Hey, what's going on? What's going on? It's your girl, Tacarra Williams here. Make sure that y'all catch me on all social media platforms. Everything is Tacarra Williams. If you cannot find me there, everything is on Tacarra.com. I know there's a lot of fake pages up for me right now. If you getting DMs from me on TikTok, that's not me. If somebody DMing you from right now, from TikTok, talking about some need some money to pay some bills and get their nails and their hair done, that's not me. I'm sorry if you sending money to that person, that's not me. Everything can be found from Tacarra.com. That's my website, Tacarra.com, on all social media platforms. Thank y'all for supporting me. I appreciate you. And again, if somebody's DMing you from TikTok, that's not me. If don't come to my shows looking for me, I don't know you, okay? Don't propose to me. That's happened twice. That is not the conversation that you had with me. If you have not, y'all too old to be getting duped like this, okay? If you talking to somebody on TikTok and they talking to you, tell them to FaceTime you. Okay? Tell them to call you on the phone. That is not me. Okay? Y'all take care of yourselves right now and be smart. Please. Thank you. Bye.
I'm Nick Young, Swaggy P, and you watching TFU Podcast. Let's go.
Welcome into another episode of TFU Podcast.
Let's go.
On today's episode, we got a very special guest.
Talk about it.
One of the funniest comedians in the game right now.
Yes.
Tacarra Williams.
I was spinning the chair, but I don't know how to go all the way around. But I'm here. Hi. Thank you for having me.
Man. We're so excited. Everybody that I ran into, and especially Jeru and the executive, they was like, you got to have her on.
Oh, goodness. Oh.
You got to have her on. They was like, she is just too funny.
She's crazy. That's what it is. They're she's unfiltered. She's crazy. She's going to say whatever she feels, and good luck.
Man, so you were born in New York?
Yes, I will say yes to that. Yes.
Oh no,
it's a lot of stuff happening with Trump, and I'm gonna say yeah.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
okay. Bronx, right?
Bronx, New York. Yes.
Okay, and so you grew up there. How was it growing up in New York?
I'm the third oldest of 8 kids.
Third, okay.
And I have a twin sister.
Yeah,
yeah.
What, fraternal or identical?
Fraternal.
Okay.
We used to look alike back in the day, and then life lifed.
Okay.
We've had different experiences. And it was, we grew up in the South Bronx in the projects.
Mm-hmm.
And I grew up on the first floor. It was dangerous. It was one of those things where as a kid, you didn't realize it till you got older. And you were like, that's dangerous. Why would y'all do that? But my parents, now as also a mom, it's just what you could. You did what you could.
Right.
And you did the best that you could. And either I'm going to accept it or not. And I just accept that that's the way we grew up. It did teach me a lot of things. It cultured me in a lot of ways. I'm not going to say I'm grateful for it, but I understand it, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, New York all day. Knicks.
Yeah, y'all did win. But it's funny you mentioned that. So when I was a young kid, I grew up in South Central.
Mm-hmm.
And my parents got an opportunity. Not my parents, my mother got an opportunity to get low rent housing in Santa Monica.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's a huge difference in being in Santa Monica and South Central.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know I lived in the hood until I lived in Santa Monica.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, why? Everybody's so pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's so nice. And it was so different. I felt myself, when you're in the hood, you're always on alert. And I was always looking over my shoulder, aware of my surroundings.
You're anxious.
Yeah, and then when I was moved to Santa Monica, my guard was down.
I didn't know I lived in the hood until I started going to high school outside of the hood. When I chose a high school that required me to get on the train and to take the train, 2 trains, or a bus and a train to get to school, that's when I was like, oh, there's life outside of this? Y'all cheerleading?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all live in houses? Y'all having dinner every night at the table?
Right.
Like, I didn't know because people always ask me, it's just a different set of mental, how come people don't change their mindset? And I said, mental is when you're dealing with mental capacity and mental intelligence, it's difficult if you don't have a lot of people are just ignorant to the fact of things.
Mm-hmm.
When you grow up in the projects, if your mom, your grandma, your great-grandma are all on the same wave, you join that wave.
Right.
If my grandmother was waiting for my great grandma to die to get the apartment, and now my mom is waiting for my grandma to die to get the apartment, why would I think it's insane for me to be waiting for my mom to die to get the apartment?
Right.
That's just what we do.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea of us doing something outside of that is insane.
Right.
And then when you grow up in the projects or in certain neighborhoods, everything is there. Like the way I grew up, it was the projects, and it wasn't a LA projects. No knock to LA projects. Y'all projects is cute compared to New York projects. I went to an LA projects. I'm like, this the projects? Yeah. Y'all got backyards and little porches? This is cute. I'm not minimizing the danger that happens in there.
Right.
It's just I grew up in the South Bronx where our buildings were 16 stories high. And you had 10 apartments on each building, which means you had tens of thousands of people living on one city block. The crime rate is insane. Then on top of that, within less than a mile radius, you got the check cashing place. You got the welfare building. You got the doctor's office. There's no reason for people to wish or want for more because everything is provided here for us. So for you to want more, wish more, or aspire to be more than, you have to be the 1%. So
Right.
in my neighborhood, I'm the girl who made it out.
Right.
When I go back there, it's like the Twilight Zone. Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed. The corner store is the same. The Chinese store is the same. The only difference is the people that I grew up with is now our grandkids or our kids growing up. Nothing has changed. So when I hear this, I didn't know any better until I went to school. I went to high school outside of, because even in that type of situation, the high school is here, the junior high school is here, the elementary school is here. There's no reason for you to leave that.
So what made you go to a high school outside of where you lived?
I used to sing, and they had a singing program, and I got accepted to it because that's what I thought I was going to be famous for, singing. No, I'm not going to sing today, but because I'm drinking a little bit. But that's what I got accepted to the high school program for arts. It was like an arts program, and I got accepted from junior high school. And that's what my parents weren't necessarily okay with it at first. And my grandparents kind of talked them into, she needs to get out of here. Let's get them out of here. And I would get up every morning and take the 2 train to 149th Street and Grand Concourse, and then take the 4 train to Kingsbridge Road, which is where my high school was. And that enabled me to meet different people because everybody's here from the arts. So I met people there that were there from Manhattan, people from Queens, people from the Bronx, people from Brooklyn, all going to the same high school. And I was like, oh shit, there's more? Outside of that, I would have never knew.
I love that.
I would have never known anything outside of that.
It's funny you mentioned that too, because when I moved to Santa Monica, I realized, wow, I could do whatever I want to do. I could be whoever I want to be. I met different people. It was different than everybody in the hood. Everybody was pushing for the same thing.
You gonna marry everybody want the drug dealers.
Right.
Everybody want the guys with the cool clothes and the nice cars. All the women want the same guys, all the guys want the same women. And it was just like, when I started going to school outside of that, and I was actually signed to a group too, with Virgin Records.
Oh,
we were signed to, yeah.
What was the name of the group?
We didn't have a name yet. We were brand new. We were supposed to be coming up with it, and we wound up not getting along because the other girls couldn't sing. And no shade to y'all. No shade to y'all. And I wound up going to one of the girls' houses, and she lived in Long Island. And, my parents said, okay. And the record label said they wanted us all to spend time together. So I went to their house, and they had this huge, beautiful home, backyard, gorgeous kitchen. And they're like, we're going to, dinner's at 6, and we all come downstairs, we eat dinner at 6. All right, so we're going to all watch a movie tonight. What kind of movie do you guys want to watch? And we're all sitting on this couch, eating popcorn, watching movies. And the mom is like so loving to me. Not that my mom wasn't loving, just, I grew up in a household of 8 kids. Getting that parent one-on-one time is very scarce because there's 7 other kids who need you.
She had to spread it out.
Yeah, and I was just like, what is this? Is that a trampoline? Is that a pool? Oh my God, is your fridge full of food right now in the middle of the day? And that's when I was just like, I want this. What I got to do to get this? Because prior to that, I was just aspiring to get an apartment in NYCHA.
Right.
Because that's what was the thing. If you get an apartment, girl, when you grow up and you finish, you got to get a housing apartment because the rent be like $200. They only go based on the rent, but based on how much you make. Girl, you got an apartment in NYCHA, Section A, NYCHA, Section A, Section A, Section A, NYCHA. When you grow up under those circumstances, that's all you really have to look forward to because you don't know nothing else. And then I had a little bit of life outside. I was like, girl, they barbecuing over here. Girl, they got a dishwasher. Oh my God. Is that a dishwasher? Is that a maid? Oh my God. How do I get this? And that became my focus.
So that made you want more.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're wanting more. And the group didn't work out, right?
No, it didn't work out.
How long?
We weren't even in it for a year, but it was just a lot of discrepancies because I think that the girls who were in the group with me, their parents anticipated them being the leads, but they didn't have the voice to be the lead. I had the voice to be the lead. And that became an issue because I was the poor girl. So here we are with all this money and all this stuff, and our daughter's not going to sing lead. We don't want her in the group then. And
that's crazy.
The group just kind of dismantled because I was the poor girl from the South Bronx to the projects. And how dare I be the one to sing lead?
So Virgin didn't try to take you solo or try to put you in another group?
Another record label tried to take me solo, but my dad is a musician. He's toured the world. He was in a band called Delta Blues with his dad.
Okay.
And he saw that contract and said, absolutely not. He saw that contract and said, hell no, that's your life. That's your whole life. You signing away 10 years of your life. Absolutely not. And I never signed.
Good.
I went to work at Dwayne Reed.
What's Dwayne Reed?
It's a drugstore.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
That's like Walgreens.
You old as hell. You should know that.
I don't.
Dwayne Reed, Rite Aid, Walgreens, it's all the same. Maybe
Dwayne Reed is not.
It's East Coast stuff.
Okay,
no?
maybe it is the East Coast.
Yeah, it's not.
I
It's
lived
not
in
LA.
New York for 4 years, so I kind of know about Dwayne
Yeah,
Reed.
they still got Dwayne Reed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what? I've never seen a Dwayne Reed out here. You absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never even heard of that before.
Oh my God, look at him. I've never heard that.
That's how he talks.
Yeah. Okay, South Central. My bad.
So after that contract, you stopped singing?
I did because I was a mom. I had my son when I was really young.
I heard that.
Ooh, you was waiting to say
No,
something.
that I did hear. Well, when we was watching some of your other interviews,
It's for first time.
first time.
Yeah.
That sucks.
You know what it
Well,
was?
it doesn't suck because it's great now and you have your son.
Is it?
But,
No, I'm joking. Is it great?
But the first time.
I think I was so ignorant to the fact that it could happen the first time. So when it was brought to my attention, my cousin was like, I think you're pregnant. I was like, no, I'm not. She was like, yes, you are. I was like, I can't be. I only had 6 months. She was like, I think you're pregnant. You look pregnant. And I was like, no, I'm in school. I'm cheerleading. I'm playing basketball. She's like, yeah, there's a kid in there. And then I went to the doctor and I was pregnant, but I was already like 4 months.
Damn.
And I called my mom and I talked to my parents. I was like, hey guys, crazy thing. I'm pregnant. And my mom said, are y'all trying to kill me? Because my twin sister was also pregnant.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Who got pregnant first?
Her.
Okay.
Yeah. And then right after I said I was pregnant, my older sister said she was pregnant. It was wild.
Everybody got pregnant around the same time.
It was wild. It was wild.
Now, this might sound wild, but was it an accident or?
It wasn't an accident. I thought I was in love. For all the young girls out there, if you have an older brother and your older brother says, "Do not mess with my friend," do not mess with their friend. They're trying to protect you. My older brother had a friend that I had like this huge crush on, and I was a tomboy growing up, and I had like a prom or something, like a junior or something, and something in school, and my cousin did my hair and put some earrings on me, and it was very much a love and basketball moment. And he was like, "Damn, who that?" And I was like, "Hey, it's me." Hey. Hey. And then bam, kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
How did he react to the news?
Oh God. I thought he was happy, but then he got deported. So it was wild. It's like
He got deported? What the hell? Deported to where?
To Honduras. I haven't seen him in, my son is 25. I haven't seen him in 22 years.
That sucks.
Yeah.
No communication, no nothing.
I've attempted to communicate because there's Facebook and Instagram and stuff, but he's where he is in his life, so I can't force it. And
got you.
Yeah.
You speak Spanish?
No, they speak English. It's an English-speaking country.
Oh, Honduras?
Honduras.
For real?
Is it speak? No, Belize is English. No, Honduras. No,
No,
Honduras.
Honduras
is
is Spanish.
Honduras is Spanish. Belize is English.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
And that's your heritage.
Yeah. But
you're American, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. We're American over here. I like my job.
Mm. But you know what was crazy? You said you have 2 degrees?
Mm-hmm.
Most people, so you already special. To have a kid so young.
I did.
And still to have accomplished getting degrees. And I think you said you was a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, oh, she's special. Because most people tend to give up.
Well, you know, my granddad is like his name is Hector Middleton. He's very heavy in culture, Belizean culture. And just, you know, that comes along with a lot of beliefs and expectations. Like they believe the short hair is not beautiful. So yeah. If you they believe hair is beauty. If you cut your hair, you're not beautiful. So I used to cut my hair on purpose. Like, watch this, Grandpa. So when I had my son at such a young age, they did not talk to me for about a year until I graduated high school, and that's when my grandparents started talking to me again.
Your grandparents did not speak to you?
No, because I had my son at such a young age, and they, you know, you have a kid at a young age in the projects in the South Bronx, your life is over.
We're not doing well.
Yeah. Your life is over.
It's a lot of responsibility for a young kid.
Factually, from what we can see, your life is over. You have a kid at 16, you're done at 16. You know, a lot of women get caught up in one of the biggest obstacles I had with having a kid at 16 was the understanding that I'm still a child and the grown men that would try to talk to me. Sir, you're 30.
Right.
You 42.
Right.
I'm 16. Yeah, but you already got a kid. I shouldn't. I shouldn't even have this one right here.
Right.
But I do. That doesn't negate from the fact that I'm still 16.
Right. Are you in the 11th grade or the 10th grade?
I was it was January of 2021. So I want to say I was in the 11th grade. No, I was in the 10th grade, actually.
I can't even imagine
10th or
having
11th.
a kid
I don't know.
in the 10th grade.
It was a long time ago. 10th or 11th. I don't know. I want to say
that would be crazy.
It was.
I'm on the basketball team, but I ain't gonna be able to make the game today.
I didn't go to my prom.
Right, that's what I'm talking about. Those kind of situations.
I didn't go to my graduation. I had a kid. Who's gonna watch him?
Right.
I'm not bringing him with me so y'all can talk about me. I finished.
But you did better than finish. You went to college and got 2 degrees.
I did. I became a teacher. I taught in Manhattan for a few years, and then I moved to Los Angeles.
Was that tough to do under having a kid too? Because you had to grow up so fast.
I felt like I was already grown up because I'm the third oldest.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a lot of, you know, my mom and my dad were going through a divorce when I was like 14, 15, which is around the time I got pregnant. So there was a lot of me taking care of my younger siblings because my twin sister not gonna like this, but you was younger than me. So I had 5 younger siblings that I was taking care of, making sure they went to school, making sure that they had lunch, making sure their dinner was cooked. So to an extent, I didn't necessarily notice there was a huge difference because I was already dealing with these types of responsibilities with my siblings.
Now, you guys, it's 8 of you guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
How big is the house? Because the house I grew up in, when I lived in Southstern, it was a 1-bedroom apartment with 5 people.
So initially we had a railroad apartment on 100.
What does that mean?
A railroad means that the bedroom is through the kitchen.
Bedroom is through the kitchen.
So you walk into the apartment, the bathroom is to the left, the living room is right in front of you, there's the kitchen, and then through the kitchen is the bedroom. That's a railroad apartment.
Okay.
So essentially when we first were there, we had a railroad apartment, 1-bedroom railroad apartment. And then Mayor David Dinkins at the time, New York legend, came to somebody called CPS on my mom. Back then it was called something W. What's it called? I don't remember. It's New York. It's very different from LA. And ECW or something like that. I don't know. And they called them on us and they came to our house and our house was clean, but it was 8 kids living in 1 bedroom.
Oh.
We had 2 bunk beds and it was 2 kids to each bunk bed.
Damn.
Which is 8. And they offered my mom apartment in the projects, McKinley Project. Shout out to McKinley Projects. And they gave her a 5-bedroom apartment. So it was 1 bedroom for my parents, and each of us shared a bedroom.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of made it a little bit better. Gave you a little bit more room. Oh, no?
It was bad. We lived on the first floor. We wasn't allowed to stand above the windows for years. Because it's the first floor. Shots ring out. We're on the first floor. Everything's coming through the window. Everything's busting through the window. So my mom bought us a table. We didn't use the table for like a year or two. We just sat on the floor.
Did that ever happen, that a bullet went through the window?
I want to say a bullet never went through the window, but it went through the door.
Damn.
Because we were on the first floor. So drug dealers, stuff like that happened in the hallway, in the common area of project apartments. People sell drugs there. Things go wrong. People pull out a gun. They shoot. But, project doors, the bullet ain't getting in. But it's happened.
So
y'all thought I was just cute, huh? Y'all like, God damn, she gonna went through some shit.
Got serious in here. So now you're in school, you get 2 degrees. How do you make that transition to I'm gonna do comedy?
I just went through a really bad breakup, and I was already going to comedy shows. This guy, his name is Daz Entertainment. I will always remember that. And he was doing comedy shows. And I had ran into a friend. I made friends with this woman. Her name was Candy. And she'd be like, I'm going to this comedy show. I'm going to this comedy show. And I would always just go. And I was always having a really good time. And then I was in a relationship that didn't work out. And we broke up. And I was trying to find myself. And I went to this audition that didn't work out because I ain't never acted a day in my life. And I was like, I'm going to this audition. I'm going to get this role. And they were like, girl, no. That's not what we asked for. It's funny, but it's not what we asked for. And they said, the casting team said, you should be doing stand-up. And I said, really? And they said, you're naturally really, really funny. You should be doing stand-up. And that night, or maybe the next night, I'm not sure, I got into a comedy club with Omar Thompson was hosting, and that was it. I talked about the difference between how men break up versus how women break up. And it was very hurtful for me, but the audience was like, oh my God, girl, me too.
Right.
Girl, I was crying. I didn't even know. Girl, I thought it was just me. And when I realized it was healing, that was it.
Wait, I want to know, what's the difference? I
know the difference.
Men heal fast, women heal slow at first. Yeah, men will run on to the next woman.
All day.
Women will sit here and be like, he didn't love me, he didn't this. And in 6 months, when she's ready to start dating, you out of it like, what I miss her. I miss that one right there. And we're like, it's been 6 months. Get out of here, fam. So that was the difference. The difference was I was sitting somewhere crying, hurting over this breakup relationship, and he was already in another one.
And he came back later?
Later, we just had a conversation like, so what you doing? I'm like, well, you already did it. You already been there, moved on. That's the difference between men and women. Y'all realize it later. We realize it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Y'all look for distractions. I'm not saying women don't do this too, because women do it too. But not at the pace that men do it. Men will have a woman before they even done with the relationship.
24 hours.
They're like, you don't want to be with me? I got Yvonne. And they already moved in Yvonne's house. I'm like, God damn, your shoes is on the rack?
You don't notice that?
Jesus Christ.
I break up, I'm dating in 24 hours.
I'm different than you, you know?
Okay.
I'm a sensitive man.
There's a percentage of men who are sensitive who are not like that.
I don't believe him.
But, he in the streets. 24
hours.
24 hours, that's quick.
He out here wobbling and gobbling.
Listen, it's 24 hours. I done already moved on. I forgot
he live there now. His name is on the lease. They filing taxes together. It's wild over there.
Yeah, it's crazy over here. Okay. So you start doing comedy in New York, obviously.
Yeah.
So how long before you decided to say, you know what, I'm going to LA?
A year.
1 year.
Yeah.
Did you already figure out how to do the jokes?
No.
Because everybody talks about, or did you have a mentor that kind of,
The crazy thing about New York comedy is that you have mentors, but they don't necessarily mean you well.
What do you mean? What is it?
I have mentors, but
they was trying to date you?
They were trying to date me, but they were also using me for the image of everybody wants to book you, so how can I get money off of everybody wanting to book you? How can I get money off of this new female comic who's coming up in the business, who's young, funny, attractive, and in high demand. What can I do to get money off of her? And that became a thing. So I joined this group called Beauty and the Beast. And I found out later on down the line that the person who was running the group was getting paid thousands of dollars for the group. And we were barely getting paid $150 a show.
That sucks.
That's kind of funky, ain't it?
That does suck. Yeah, that sucks.
And it's like, and then it's also, I've learned this in my 16 years in comedy. Comedy is very cliquey.
Yeah.
Yeah, we keep hearing that.
Yeah.
I'm not a cliquey person. I grew up with 7 other siblings. I don't care to be a part of a clique. I was born into it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not a cliquey person, but I've learned that comedy is very cliquey, very, who do you know? How do you know? When do you know them? And if you're in New York comedy scene and you're part of a clique, which I didn't realize I was part of a clique when I first got into this group, other people don't mess with you because you're part of this clique and they don't like that person. So because they don't like person, they can't work with you.
Okay.
And it got to the point where I was like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here, player. Y'all go ahead and have a good time. And I got married to somebody who was a sketch comedian. And then they decided that they wanted to do stand-up. And I was like, okay, I'm supportive. And we moved to California. And when we first moved to California, it was so much backlash. Everybody was like, the older, more veteran comedians would impose their failures on me. Like, you're not going to be able to make it. They don't even pay money in California. In in New York, you can make $1,000 a week doing stand-up. You can't do that in LA. They're going to pay you $20 to do the Comedy Store, which is true.
Yeah.
But I have a degree. I'm fine. I moved out here and started teaching immediately. But the shift was, I wasn't even doing stand-up comedy for a year. And I was just like, if I'm a move, it needs to be now, because the word around the street was, you're going to have to start over.
Right.
So either I'm going to stay in New York for 5 years and bust my ass and have to start over, or I could just move now while I'm still fresh and start over. So I moved when I was a year in and started over.
Mm. So you were also a life coach for inmates?
For inmates, yeah.
What was that like?
It was wow.
It had to be.
It was wow.
I bet you got some jokes from that.
Man, listen, though they don't care. The women were worse than the men.
In what sense?
Jealousy.
Oh.
You got your nails done? So you think you better than us because you got your eyebrows done? I'm like, bitch, I'm not in jail. I'm going to have a margarita when I leave. Like, you made this decision.
Right.
Connecting to the women and getting them to understand their wrongs was really difficult. But eventually we all get it. But it was, it's a job that I still miss to this day.
You miss it?
I do.
Because of the work that you were doing as far as helping people.
I run into inmates all the time. Well, not inmates. I call them students. I run into students all the time. They DM me. They come to my shows. I've taught thousands of students over the course of those 5 years that I was there.
Wow.
And they still, the reason, they loved me because I got it.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't some teacher who grew up in the suburbs. And it was just like, hey guys, so this is what we're gonna do today. Today we're gonna talk about some anger management. And they were like, what are we doing today, Miss C? We're gonna talk about anger management, why y'all do the stupid shit that y'all do.
Yeah.
You ever did stupid shit? Man, I did all kinds of stupid shit. I should be in here with y'all, to be honest with you. And they loved me for that transparency. I'm not perfect. I grew up in the South Bronx. I grew up in the project. I done been in all kinds of situations that y'all are in.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, I can relate to you more. I can understand why you made the decision that you made. It's not the best decision, but I understand why you made it. And they love that.
5 years.
5 years.
Any inmates come in, it's like, oh, you're famous now.
Yeah.
Help me.
Unfortunately, yes. Do you remember me? And I'm like, no. I was booking number. My last name was. I do remember you. I need the booking number and I need the last name. I need the class you was in. Yeah, I get it. A lot of times when I get them, it's a DM, and it's I'm proud of you. That's what I get a lot. I'm proud of you. I remember when you was teaching in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm so proud to see you out here living your dream. Remember you told us this is what you wanted to do? And you was just teaching to pass some time. And we wound up just you being a great teacher. But man, I'm so glad you are where you are. Because that shows us that we can be where we want to be. So, yeah.
Any riots while you were?
All kinds of things. Riots, murders, suicides.
Wow.
Okay.
It's sad.
Yeah.
You know, somebody will commit suicide and then they expect us to teach class. I'm not teaching today.
Yeah.
My student commit suicide. And that's what we think it is. That's not what we know it is. I'm not teaching today.
Was the class in the prison?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So you would have to go inside the prison every...
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever feel like you were in prison yourself?
Mm-mm. I'm going home. I never felt like I got 3 brothers. They all did Fed time. So I was never felt intimidated. I never felt scared. I was never like, I'm not a timid person, you know? So my students would ask me, are you afraid of us? Like, what if we get up and something happened to you? I'm like, man, the shit I got in my desk. Are you sure you want to make that decision? Because I'm going to be locked up with y'all if something go down. I never felt, and my students never allowed me to feel that. They were very protective. Somebody could come into class and be disrespectful. It's their first day. They got a problem with their baby mama.
Mm-hmm.
So now they mad at all the women. And they come at me crazy. They come back to that class the next day and apologize. And they're a little sore in some areas. Because you was being disrespectful to our teacher because I wasn't the average teacher. Like I played 80s and 90s R&B. So when you walk into the classroom, you listening to Frankie Beverly and Mays, you listening to, Peebo Bryson, you listening to good love music, and we doing journaling, and everybody just kind of vibing journaling. So I created a safe space, and anytime a student is disrespectful with me, you put me at risk of not coming back. And they don't want me to not come back because this is the one space where they can walk into and there's music playing. And I taught life skills. So I taught substance, alcohol abuse, domestic violence, parenting, anger management. These are real topics. And this is an opportunity for them to be real and honest with me and vice versa. And they needed it. So anybody that jeopardized that not happening, because at the end of the day, I'm still a civilian.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a female civilian. So a lot of the officers and deputies didn't like me because what risk does she pose to us? There will be a lockdown. And when a lockdown happens, officers are supposed to come in and relieve me from the class. Sometimes that didn't happen. Sometimes a lockdown would happen and I would be locked in a classroom with 28 inmates.
For how long?
However long the lockdown lasted.
Wow.
And that one guy was like, you scared? I was like, no, nigga, you scared? He was like, no. I was like, so we on lockdown. What we doing? I don't know. Y'all want to listen to music? What you got? And I just play music.
Wait a minute. So it wasn't women in the class. It was
would be
women.
both. Not together, but sometimes I taught at the women's jail. Sometimes I taught at the men's jail.
A lockdown in a men's jail. I
got locked down in the men's jail more than the women's.
I would be shitting my pants.
I would, because you a man.
Wait a minute. Okay.
They don't got no reason to hurt me. Deputies would be like, what if they hurt you? I'm like, they don't want to hurt me. They want to hurt you.
They haven't seen a woman in a while.
They have. Them people, them women, and them other people who work at the jail,
So wait a minute. Okay.
They getting their rocks, man. They don't need me.
So wait a minute. So when there's a lockdown, that means no one's coming into class. There's no movement.
Yeah.
Is there a deputy in the class with you?
No, there should be, but there wasn't. There were plenty of times where there wasn't.
That sounds crazy.
It is crazy. But you build a rapport with your students and all right, we on lockdown. What we doing? Can we watch a movie? They like kids. It's like elementary school. What kind of movies you got? We watched Inside Out so many times. Anger management. We got anger. We got joy. We watched watched Inside Out so many times because they felt seen and heard with their emotions watching Inside Out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we on lockdown, Miss T. Well, Miss C, what we doing? I don't know. Y'all want to listen to music? What y'all want to listen to? What new songs you got? I'm going to let y'all play them, but we ain't supposed to be listening to this. I got a little rap for y'all today. Because it was always R&B. Rap roused them up. Every now and then I throw a little rap in there.
Right.
They appreciated me because I was giving things that nobody else was giving.
Right.
You going to hurt me? Absolutely not. I never feared for my life in there.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Well, so now are you doing comedy at this time or you just teaching?
I'm doing both.
You're doing both.
I'm doing comedy. I'm going to school.
You're still married?
I'm still married. I'm working. I got a new baby.
Okay.
I was fighting for my life. I was fighting for my life. Every time I say this out loud, I'm like, girl, what was you doing? I was doing it all, and it was a lot, but I was figuring it out.
So now the one thing that you mentioned is that the person that you decided to marry, he went from sketch comedy and he wanted to be a stand-up comedian. Was he in, because sometimes when people are doing the same thing, they start kind of competing. Were you guys, or was he trying to compete?
I think we both were. I think it started off as a healthy competition.
Right.
Because comedy is so male-dominated. It's such a male-dominated industry that anytime a woman gets any type of exposure, it's minimized. You only got it because of this.
Right.
They only wanted you because of this. They only allowed you because of this. And I'm like, even if that's the case, I'm funny.
Right.
I'm great. Like, I'm not just funny. I'm really good at this. So it became what is it called? Like it was not like something that we never really conversated about, but I knew that it was a competition. And and God rest him, he passed away. I always won.
Yeah, how did that make him feel? Could he still perform?
Men have egos.
He said, could he still perform?
Perform like on stage?
No, he didn't mean on
Oh, you mean like sexually?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. We never had an issue there. But there was this sense of just, competition between us. And it would be like, they only booked you because you're a girl. Or they only wanted you because you're a girl. And I was like, that could be the case, but they're going to book me again because I'm good. So it's one of those things where you take the opportunity for what it is, but it's going to go into something else. So there was always like a lingering competition between the two of us.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus, I had been doing stand-up years before he started.
So you had a head start.
I did have a head start, yeah.
So
Okay.
you mentioned when you moved from New York to LA is because, you have to start fresh in LA. How long did it take you to hit the...
God damn. Jesus. I didn't perform in California for almost 6 months when I first got here.
Okay.
Because nobody knew me. You're a pretty girl, that's cute, but what else? People would be like, you're cute, you can't be funny. You have a nice body, you can't be funny. There's no way that you're funny. But my husband at the time was going up at the Comedy Union. He was getting on different shows in Bellflower, and I'm just sitting here like, hey, man, wait a minute now. Hold on. Hey, I live here. And then I got an opportunity to perform at the J Spot.
Okay.
Spike had a night I don't know if you know who Spike is.
I don't know who Spike is.
He had a night at the J Spot. And I performed at the J Spot. Spike also produced Monday nights at the Improv. This was years ago, years ago, before it became D-Ray Mondays. And I performed for him. And that was one of the nights to do. Monday nights at the Improv, Tuesdays at the Comedy Store. There was like a lineup of shows that you would just do. The Comedy Union, there was a lineup of shows every week. And it was like a privilege to get on them. So I did the J-Spot show, and the producer, Spike, came up to me and said, can I curse?
Yeah.
He said, you funnier than... Spike, first of all, Spike, I love you, but you aggressive when it comes to the girls. He said, you funnier than a motherfucker. I said, hey, man, I'm a girl. Why you yelling at me like this? Nah, motherfucker, you funny as hell. I know you was funny. You want to do the Improv tomorrow? I was like, I would love to do the Improv tomorrow. And then I did the Improv. And then right after the Improv, I did the Comedy Store. And then right after the Comedy Store, I did the Comedy Union. And then I did the Belly Room. And once I got into that rotation and all those producers saw, that was it.
That was it. Which one did you enjoy the most?
Which one did I enjoy the most? I want to say it was the Improv.
Got you.
Monday night. Yeah.
And then how did you run into Kevin Hart?
Oh, God, Kevin Hart. I think the first time I ran into Kevin Hart was at Heartbeat Weekend in Vegas. Have you been?
No.
It's a time.
They still do it?
Yeah.
Heartbeat Weekend. I can
like
honestly say I've never heard of that.
It's Memorial Day weekend. They take over a specific hotel, and it's just comedy shows and parties the whole weekend. Comedy shows, panels, podcasts, parties.
When?
At Memorial Day weekend.
When is Memorial Day?
It already passed.
No, Labor Day. It's Labor Day.
Labor Day. Okay.
That's why I never go.
It's Labor
I
Day
take
weekend.
my whole office on a trip. We go out of the country or
Oh my God.
we go somewhere.
That's
That's why I
crazy.
never heard of that.
That's
Well, fuck
crazy.
them. We're going this year.
That's crazy. I just started working here. That is crazy.
Yeah, we've been everywhere.
Yeah, my 1099 is right at the
We've
front.
been in Jamaica.
That is crazy. I'm so excited to go this year. I can't wait till y'all pay me.
Yeah. So it's Labor Day weekend. It's Labor Day weekend and Heartbeat, and you meet Kevin Hart.
Where's the 1099? I had known. I feel like I've met Kevin Hart several times before this, but he meets so many people that who do you really remember? And then I got offered an opportunity to do a special.
Right.
And then I saw him again. We had like a meet and greet there. And then over the past, years, I just seen him multiple times. I've done multiple things with LOL Network, multiple things with Heartbeat Network. And it's one of those things where it's just like, once you're in Hollywood, nothing seems surprising to you because it's normal. It's normal to see celebrities. Once you meet somebody that you admire, how many times I got to meet you? Right. Like I met you. It was cute. I see you again. Oh, hey. Hi. Right. How y'all doing? Hey. I don't feel a way after that. So people are like, you met Kevin Hart. You seen him again? I'm like, yeah. Oh my God, you don't feel? No, I see him pretty often. I work with that company pretty often. So you did a special with him in junction with Comedy Central? Mm-hmm. Okay, how'd it go? It was good. It actually did really, really good. It was my first. I don't want to say it's my first special. My first special was on Nouveau TV. Okay. I probably wasn't even out here for 3 years. And I got that special on Nouveau TV. And then it was the Heartbeat one, which was great because it launched my career. And it got into the point where I was working at the teaching and I was just like, I can't stay here. I had to choose. Either I'm going to stay teaching or I'm going to pursue this. Okay. Because once you get a special and it airs, you start getting comedy dates, you start touring. I can't teach. Right. I was taking all my personal days, on my vacation days. I was calling out and shit. I was wow. So I had to choose and I chose comedy. Well, good for you. Yeah. You chose your dream. It's crazy because it was never my dream when I was growing up. Never? It was never something. But you came here from LA. You from New York to LA. But you know how when you're young and you're growing up and you're like, I want to be this. I just want to be a teacher. Oh, okay. I did that. Comedy kind of came out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. Now, being an attractive comedian. I am? Stop. Yeah. Okay. Now, being an attractive comedian, so did you face, and it is a male-dominated industry. It is. So was it hard making that adjustment or people were having a tough time? Is it, probably I don't know the correct question.
Were there coyotes out there?
Oh, there you go. That's a pretty good one.
There were a lot of coyotes out there. I think because when I first started comedy and I was in the business for a few years, I was married. That helped a lot because I was married, but it didn't stop. Mm-hmm. There's this idea that female comedians are not funny. And because they're not funny, you'll get a predator. You'll get somebody who hopes that you bombs and you're emotional so they can give you a drink. Is that what they doing? Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds crazy to me.
It does sound crazy, but it's not a world that you live in. It's a world that we live in, like women live in. I've never been on the road with anybody, really. I think I've toured with, what's the guy's name from New York? I love him. He does the news. He does like,
John Oliver?
No, he's black. He's black. What's his
Michael
name?
Shea?
No, he's black.
When you say he does the news, you mean like on Saturday Night Live?
No, he does like CNN. He does like coverage of politics and stuff like that. What's his name?
Yeah, he'll find him. He's on CNN. Black guy on CNN.
Black guy on CNN. Is he still on CNN?
I don't know.
Did he get arrested recently?
No,
because of
No. He just did. Damn, what's his name? I love him. But I've always done like mini tours. Mm-hmm. Like I'll do like 2 or 3 dates with a male comedian, but I never did full dates because of the just.
Go on and just say
Van Jones.
No, it's not Van Jones. It's not Van Jones.
Don Lemon.
No, I'll think of it in a second. He's black. He has 1 son.
Is he bald?
And he's going bald. He won't admit to that. I can't remember his name, but I follow him. What was the question you asked me?
God, now I'm stumped. No, we were talking about dealing with the coyotes in the industry, and you were talking about how you've been on many tours
it can be tough because a lot of male comedians they've become so comfortable with being disrespectful that they'll let you know up front what you're going to do on this tour.
What do you mean?
You know, what we do on the tour, what happens on the road stays on the road. I'm like, oh no, I'm good.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
They say that up front?
I've heard that plenty of times. I've never toured. I've done a few dates with this specific. Is his last name Woods?
Lance Woods?
No, not Lance. I can't. God, I don't know why he's out of my head. I see his whole face, but I can't think of his name. I've done a couple nights with him. I've done a few nights with D-Ray. I did a night or two with Bill Bellamy. But I've never actually like been on the road touring because I've always been mindful of what I hear. And I'm not saying this is something that all male comedians do. I'm saying that women who are on the road with male comedians, I hear horror stories. And I never want to be in a position to where I'm uncomfortable. You don't want to give me my check, or you're saying things that are inappropriate. I feel obligated to do and participate in certain things because I don't want to lose my road work.
That sucks.
It's wild, and I just never did it. But I've always had a job. I've always been able to maintain my financial stability. So I've never been the type of person that's like, if I don't work, then I can't pay this. And I've always had a job. I've always taught. So that enabled me to say no to things.
Got you.
You want to go on the road with me? I would love to go on the road with you. Well, you know what happens on the road stays on the road, and you have a good day. You have a great day.
They say it day one.
They said it day one.
Okay. That's so weird.
And when I've seen them on the road with women, I'm like, oh, I know what type of time that is. Because I knew what it was for me. No, thank you.
So I heard your interview in the Killing It podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Did that comedian afterwards reach out to you and apologize?
No.
No?
Never reached out to me, never said anything. I saw him online at a party dancing. But I appreciate and I'm humbled by the amount of love that I have in this industry. They had multiple conversations with him. So when people were like, why don't you say who he is? I don't think people truly understand how unprotected women are in this business. Somebody can do something to you and it'll be your fault. Somebody will do something to you and people, there's a certain demographic of people that will find a reason to blame you. I don't want to deal with that.
Do you think if you say his name, you might be blackballed?
No, he ain't got no power. None whatsoever. But I said it in a sense to where the people who loved me and care about me, they know. And they've had the conversation. I don't live in a world where I'm waiting for an apology because I'm a life skills coach. Mm-hmm. I know that apology may never come. I'm not going to live my life based on what you say to me. I know it probably will never happen, and that's okay. But you are going to have that. You are going to get talked to. People are going to have that conversation with you. And people were like, did he call you? I'm like, he don't need to call me. I don't need nothing from him. I moved on from it. The only reason I spoke on it was because they asked me a specific question, and that pertained to the question. And if I could ever give women advice in the business, this is what I would say. Outside of that, I wouldn't have never said nothing about it. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks that's going on in the industry.
It happens a lot.
But yeah.
And then the opposite side of that is if a female comedian takes you on the road with them, sometimes female comedians get too comfortable with their headliner, or there's also this mindset of, who are you on the road with me? Do you also have a daughter who's a teenager? What's your material look like? Is your material close to my material? Am I going to have to ask you not to speak on certain things because that's the type of stuff that I speak on? It's like a catch-22. So
it's just hard.
I mean, it's hard when you're opening for a man. When a man is opening for you, you run it. You run the show.
Oh, got you.
But when you open it for somebody else, I just heard horror stories. Women would be like, I didn't get paid. I didn't get my flight paid for. I didn't have a room. They said that there were no more rooms available. I had to sleep in a room with this comedian.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It happened. That almost happened to me once. A comedian was like, there's no more rooms available. And I was like, oh. And he was like, so you could sleep in a room with me? I was like, I get back at you. I went and got another room somewhere else. I ain't broke. But some comedians are broke. Some comedians don't have it. And their only option is, I'm only making $150 per show. We're doing 4 shows this week, and I'm only making $600. You're not letting me sell merch. I can't spend $300 on a room for the weekend. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to sleep with you. in this room, and me sleeping with you in this room may come with additional things that I'm going to probably feel obligated to deal with because I don't want to lose out on this money. I've never been in that position because I've always had a job.
Mm-hmm.
So there are plenty of things that I've turned down that people be like, you said no to that? Yeah, because I'm hearing what that comes with, and I got a job. I'll go to work tomorrow. I'll be all right.
Gotcha.
But it exists. It exists. And right now, today, in this industry, if you're a female comic on the road with a male comic, you got to be careful. Even if they married, it don't matter.
That sucks.
I just don't do it. I would rather just not do it.
You would think after Me Too and all this other stuff
No.
going on that these people would stop trying to abuse their power.
They will, up front and initially they might. But then you going out with somebody, I always tell women, if you're on the road with a male comedian, be careful what you drink.
Right.
You drinking, you having a good time. Y'all rooms is right next door to each other. Y'all got joining rooms. Like, what are you doing? Then before you know it, you toe up, you drunk, you wake up, they next to you. What you gonna say? You blame yourself. I shouldn't have been drinking like that. I shouldn't have did this. I shouldn't have did that. That's what you start thinking about yourself.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So then you did something with NBC, Bring the Funny.
I did. I came up as the runner-up.
Okay. How was that? Should you have won?
I did win. I know that sounds crazy. I wasn't the overall number one pick, but I won. I won in audience. I won in support. I won in selling out shows. The people who won, they're not even together anymore. They broke up the day they won. It was a group that won. They broke up the day that they won. I won. I didn't win. I came the runner-up, but I still got shows. I got booked. My tour started. I did interviews. I did all kinds of things. So it wasn't like I didn't win, but I won.
Got you.
Yeah, I'm appreciative of that.
Got you. How'd that opportunity even come about?
They called me.
Okay.
People were like, did you audition? I'm like, no, they called me. And that's when I learned how the game goes. It's very strategic. You think that people are inputting these tapes and people are, they already know who they want.
Mm-hmm.
The difficult part about it was, because it's a comedy competition, they already had jokes in mind that they wanted me to do per round. And I was like, I'm not doing that.
Wait a minute. They had a suggested list
Of jokes.
of your jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Do these jokes in this round.
Mm-hmm.
That seems odd.
Because it's for TV, and they still want to make sure that it's TV, friendly. It's daytime TV friendly, and they chose jokes that they think that would roll over very well with the audience.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm not doing none of that. And I would go up there every time and do my own stuff, and it would kill every round to the point where they stopped bothering me. Well, for this round, you have a joke that you did, and we'd really like for you to do that because this joke did really well online. I was like, but I did it online. But you could do it on a TV show. I don't want to do nothing that I did online on TV. Well, why not? Because I've already seen it. Well, the producers of the show think that you should do this. Now, we can't force you to do it, but we really like for you to do it. I'm not doing that. I rehearsed it with them and still didn't do it. I went into the room and rehearsed it with them the day before and still went on stage and did something else. And they would be like, well, how long have you been doing that joke? Today. I did it today. So you just decided to do this today. Yeah, it was an experience I had yesterday that I know that the audience can relate to, and I'm going to talk about it today. And who won the round? I did. Every time.
So they, at that point, they
leave me alone.
They was like, leave her
Is
alone.
Tacarra coming in for rehearsal? No, she got it. Because I know I'm okay. I got it. But it taught me how the business runs.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
So now you started, so Southside is a TV show, right?
Mm-hmm.
How'd you get that
I
opportunity?
was friends with Brescia Webb. I love Brescia. Hi, Brescia. And some of her friends were producing and starring on the show. And they were like, we have a role for Tacarra. And it was like some high school girl with a big booty. It was wild. And I auditioned for the role, and they immediately booked me.
Mm-hmm.
And I flew to Chicago and did a few episodes. It was fun. It was my first time actually doing something like that.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you enjoy TV?
I did. And it's crazy because I forgot about it.
Mm-hmm.
And people would send me pictures like, I know this ain't you on Southside. I'm like, oh my God, that is me, bald-headed. That is me. But it was a great experience. It was a phenomenal experience. Yeah, I think it was like my first TV show.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
How is like your social media at that point? Because now you have like millions of people.
Yeah.
Like, when did your social media start going through the roof?
When I started doing content in relation to my job, teaching, because I would bring the life skills to social media, and I would talk about anger management stuff. I would talk about relationship stuff. I would talk about parenting, and that took off before my comedy did. Like, I would have more followers based off of me talking about relationships than I did from me talking about comedy. And I went from like 1,000 followers to 10,000 followers to 20,000 followers, just relationship stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody's like, you don't give relationship advice anymore. I was like, girl, I got divorced. I got some shit to work on. I got to figure my life out over here, friend. I got some stuff to do. But it took off. It didn't take off from comedy. It took off from content about relationships.
And were you monetizing at that point?
No.
When did you learn about monetization in Facebook and all that?
Oh, I learned about monetization in Facebook. YouTube monetization was probably like 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else was probably like 3 years ago. Facebook monetization, Snapchat, TikTok. I got a manager I have a content manager who handles my social media manager. And she came to me one day, she was like, you could be making thousands of dollars a month off of social media. And I was like, girl, I make $800. How do that? And she was like, I need content. So I started, of course I'm on the road, so I'm constantly getting content. And I just record every show. And I would try to do 10 minutes up front of crowd work. So that way I don't waste my material.
Yeah.
And I would send it to her. And of course, plus I had like hundreds of minutes of time on Chocolate Sundays. And, excuse me, she started putting it up on the page, and I started making $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month, $30,000 a month off social media. But it was her. Because when people be like, I want to make money off of social media, how would I do it? You know, I'm not what's the word? I'm not like a strategic, I'm not like a tedious person. I got ADHD. I'll be thinking about this right now. The next minute I'm thinking about that. I don't have the capacity to do it. But she knows when to post. She knows what to post. She knows what goes on social media, what goes on Instagram versus what goes on Snapchat versus what goes on YouTube versus what goes on, TikTok. She knows how to break it up. I'll put a minute here, 2 minutes here. We need 3 minutes here. She does it in a way where she's professional. She knows what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
But then it makes us a lot of money. That's her. I don't know. But before that, I didn't know anything. I was just putting out videos and doing stuff and not getting paid for it.
How do you feel about the classical comedians, I guess, that talk down on crowd work? And, because I understand the strategy. Makes no sense.
It makes perfect sense.
It makes no sense posting your material for free when you can sell a special for, But there seems to be a lot of, more classically trained comedians that talk down on crowd work.
I don't know. I think it all matters. I think crowd work is hard. A lot of people don't think crowd work is hard, but crowd work involves a lot of improv because you don't know what they're going to say. You don't know how they're going to say it. You don't know what their response is going to be to what you say. And you got to feed off of that versus coming on with a set.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing a set for 4 months. Of course I know what I'm going to say. I know how I'm going to say it. I know when I'm going to say it. But improv, crowd work, to me, that's more difficult because you can't anticipate answers. You can't anticipate responses. You don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
And you got to feed off of whatever energy whatever that gives you, you got to feed off of that. I remember I was doing a show and I was like, is that your man? And she was like, well, that's my man and that's my man. I said, well, hold on. Hold on. Girl, you living the American dream. So, and I gotta play with that. But I'm playing with it with improv that I've never used before because I've never been in this situation before. So when people say, they minimize crowd work is work. I don't minimize sketch comedians because I learned the hard way that that's work. You doing sketches? Take 2, take 3. I'm not doing that. That's why you don't see me in those sketches. I've done maybe 3 or 4 sketches. I don't have the patience for a sketch. We got to do this again. We doing this again. I'm tired. I got to go put my grandma. I got to cook. I got stuff to do tomorrow. So any form of comedy, I don't look down on because it takes work. None of it is easy. Just because me doing stand-up and telling stories is easy to me doesn't mean improv is going to be easy to me. And the person who does improv and does crowd work, they may not be as strong as stand-up, with work. So it's just, I don't have an issue with people who do crowd work. Do it. And plus, I'm not wasting my material.
Right.
I'm not wasting 15 minutes of material when I can talk about you and your clubbed foot. I'm talking about you and that clubbed foot. So people always, and I think people, they're bothered by that answer. But that's like somebody saying, do you respect internet comedians? Yes. Yes, I respect internet comedians. Comedians who became famous off of doing sketches. You know how hard it is to do a sketch?
Mm-hmm.
Ew. Ew. Y'all did this 3 times? Y'all woke up at what time to be here together? You had to edit?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not editing. We did a video today at brunch, and we were all sitting around with all the video clips. We don't know who's going to edit this.
Right.
We have to send this footage to someone to edit it. I'm not doing none of that. I like to get on stage. I like to do my stuff, and I like to get off. There's a different work ethic that goes into sketches and comedy that I respect because I tried it, and it was hard. So I don't downplay anything. Do what works for you. It's enough out here for all of us. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. You do comedy? What do you do?
Huh?
I'm so nosy. What do you do?
I guess mainly I started, being the person behind the camera doing videos.
Okay.
Now I ended up being a co-host. I have gone on stage, but I need to be more consistent on it.
Mm-hmm. How was it?
He was there. He was there. Oh, I wasn't.
How was it?
He's starting.
Oh, wow.
It's a start. It's a start.
Whoa.
You got to start. You got to start somewhere. But to be honest, I was just proud of because he's fearless. That's the one thing I would say about him.
You look so familiar.
He's fearless. No one ever says that. No one knows who he is.
You do look familiar.
Klay Thompson.
Yeah, he gets Klay Thompson.
No, not Klay Thompson. You just look really familiar to me. When I first saw you outside, I was like,
But
oh.
he's from New York. Well, he went to school in New York.
What school you went to?
No, but I was in White Plains. Now, I did get a haircut in the Bronx.
In the Bronx. Okay, I'm from the Bronx. But you just have a familiar
Have you seen the Craig Smith show by any chance?
I have seen Craig.
Yeah. Well, I've done stuff with him.
Okay, so maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, I was in the Ice House once. That's when I got up on
Where
stage.
are you from?
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. I was in the Ice House. The Ice House. You
They
just
did
look
not
familiar.
deport me.
No, they did not. You got to be careful. What I mean, y'all part of Puerto Rico's part of.
People don't know that.
Yeah, they stupid.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do to help them. If you don't know that, you're dumb. But you liked it. It's you got to stick with it.
Yeah.
Like you have to.
He's fearless though.
Yeah,
he's definitely gonna keep going. He's fearless.
Okay, you got to stick with it. You're probably really funny, and then you got that accent. It'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
Play into the accent.
I'm slightly handsome, I would say. That helps. No?
I don't know about that part. Man, that's
I like how you do that out
I have no
there.
idea about that subject.
Oh, crazy thing. No, I'm joking. You're
So,
You're all right.
yeah.
I'm
I love
handsome.
you. So you co-hosted So Dumb is Criminal with Snoop Dogg. How did that?
Man, that was wild. Snoop Dogg, I love you, but that man do not play. Do you hear me? So I was just supposed to go there to be the VJ for 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And they came up to me and they said, hey, if Snoop forgets a line on the teleprompter, we want you to read it. If he doesn't do the line, just read it.
What?
Because there were lines that would come up on the teleprompter for us to read, and he would just be chilling like, so sometimes the homies be, and then the homies do that. And it'd be 3 sentences that he didn't read. So he'd be like, sometimes when the homies be coming to people's houses, they be bringing their guns, but they don't really be clipped up. And it'd be 3 sentences, and I'm like, and the reason that they're not clipped up is because such and such and such and such. But stay tuned for more So Dumb It's Criminal. And he loved the fact that I knew, because I can read a teleprompter, which I realize is a skill.
It is a skill.
It's a skill. And he enjoyed the fact that I was always bam on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was only supposed to do 2 episodes, and he wound up talking to production and kept me for the whole season.
Okay.
And which ruffled some feathers.
Okay.
It ruffled some feathers. And I remember we did this, like, Snoop don't play. Like, I never met somebody who demanded this much respect. The way he demanded it was crazy. They'll be like, Snoop's got to go take a smoke break. And he'll be like, yeah, motherfucker, I'm going to smoke. I'll be like, yeah. I don't even smoke. I don't smoke at all. Or one day a producer asked me to read something and I read it. And after I read it, he said, Tacarra, you did great. That was great. That was like one of the best takes that we could have. Snoop, if you can just redo those lines that she did. Now, why the fuck would you ask me to do some shit that you already told her she did a great job at doing? I ain't doing that shit. She did it already. I just want to be here. I just want to be here, Snoop. I just like being here. I like my job. Thank you for the Chipotle. I just want to be here.
Right.
And he didn't play. If they told me to do something, or he was supposed to read a line, and for whatever reason he didn't do it, and I read it, and they told me I did a great job, he was like, I'm not doing it again. You already told her she did great. Why would you tell her she did great if she didn't do great? Why the fuck y'all playing with her? And I'll just be sitting there like, yeah, why y'all playing with me? Why y'all playing with me? It was crazy.
I think Snoop
but
realized.
I loved it. I loved that he knew.
Snoop knows what's for him and how he's supposed to deliver him.
And they shut up too.
Yeah. Yeah. He knows, hey, this is my role. This is the role I'm supposed to be playing. Why are you laughing?
When he said, man, get the fuck out of here. I ain't doing that. I was like, oh, he finna get in trouble. and no trouble happened. No trouble happened. I was like, oh my God. I was in my green room. I was like, Snoop is cussing at people. They're going to cancel the show. Tacarra, we'll see you in 10. Okay. Snoop. And he'll walk back on the set. Did I ask you for that? And I'll be like, I couldn't fathom the idea that somebody was talking like this to people. And they were just like, Snoop said, it's not happening. We just got to run when Snoop runs. We have to do this when Snoop does this. And they were production was so, they were so frustrated because they had a time and a deadline and Snoop did not give a shit. My Chick-fil-A here, man, I'm going to fucking lunch. I be like, oh, well, what am I doing? Well, apparently you're on lunch. Okay, thank you. And I get to my trailer, and there's Chick-fil-A for me in there. And there's Snoop Dogg wine, there's rum, he got me a whole case of all his wine and all his stuff. And I was just like, this is fun. That was such a good time. When do I get to yell at people? Like, when do I get to cuss and so fuck? Like, I was just like, when do I yell at somebody? It was the wildest experience, but it was one of the best experiences that I've had.
I love it.
Because he's just who he is.
Yeah. He a star.
And either y'all gonna do it or y'all not.
Right.
And y'all gonna do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Good for Snoop.
It was so scary at first. I was like, oh my God, he's a Crip. Oh my God, he's yelling at us.
Now, you also had a chance to work with Katt Williams. Mm-hmm. Maybe you could share some of that, because I heard Katt, he runs a tight ship.
I had a good time.
I love it.
I don't have nothing. I remember the first time I performed on that stage, I did good. And then the second time I performed, I did great. And when I got off stage, he had a security guard waiting for me. He was like, Katt want to talk to you. I was like, what I do? Come on, Katt want to talk to you. So I go in the room and it's just quiet. And Katt comes out. This is my first time seeing him. He says, can you leave something for somebody else? Damn, I heard the noise. I heard the roaring out there. Can you leave something for the rest of us? You did really great. You are funny. I said, thank you. He was like, I'm glad you on this tour. You are a great comedian. And I said, thank you. And after that, he just became like a big brother.
I love it.
I toured for over a year, and he was just always really nice to me. And I do understand that some people I've gotten DMs from people that's like, well, that wasn't my experience with him. And I get that. I understand that. But I can't speak on your experience with him. I can only speak on mine. And mine was good. I had no issues, no problems, you did great, or tell her to come back here. That joke you did, the
Right.
joke where you did this and you swapped out this for this, man, that was bad than a motherfucker. That's some good work. I don't have no bad.
And
It
that
was
was
great.
after the Club Shay Shay interview.
No, I just did. Club Shay Shay came out?
What? What?
It's out already?
Oh,
What do you mean it's out?
No. Oh, you did Club Shay Shay?
I did.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
your Club Shay Shay hasn't come out
It
yet.
hasn't come out yet.
Because I
meant-
haven't seen it.
No, yeah, I meant Katt Williams.
Okay.
Did Club Shay Shay, and then he went on that
damn
tour.
it, I said that out loud.
But congratulations, that's
Well,
big.
Thank
we can take it out if you want us to.
Yeah, I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Whatever you
Okay.
want to do. This your podcast. Yeah, I was in the middle of touring with them when he came out with that podcast with Club Shay Shay.
Oh,
Yeah, so of course people was DMing me like, Katt, wow, the Katt this. And I'm like, man, I don't know.
wait a minute. Can you clear this part up? Because they were saying that he talked about, and I'm glad you had that experience.
Mm-hmm.
They said that Katt was talking like he was talking because nobody was buying tickets to his show. So clear. That's what they were saying.
On Club Shay Shay?
No. They said he was wilding on Club Shay Shay because nobody was buying tickets for his tour.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, and thank you.
Them shows were sold out. 15,000 people, 12,000 people,
There you go.
10,000 people, stadiums. Those shows were sold out.
I love it.
I mean, I wouldn't say that the ones that weren't sold out yet, I want to say maybe the ticket prices went up,
Right.
but those shows were sold out well in advance from that from that episode. I don't want to say that didn't help,
Mm-hmm.
but it was already sold out.
Got you.
Yeah. And then he added Monique.
She funny.
He added Monique. What's the guy's name? Tommy Davidson.
Funny.
What's the Mr. Cooper dude?
Curry.
Mark Curry.
Mark Curry.
Zooman Miller, Red Grant, me, Little Mo.
So the show just got bigger.
The show, when they added Monique, it just got bigger.
Got you.
Yeah. So it was already sold out shows. Like,
Okay. But that's the one thing that I heard, and I was like, that don't even sound right. Because
Yeah.
Katt always does well.
yeah, those shows were sold out.
Right.
Yeah. He would walk into the venue and they'd have plaques of sold out. And he would take a picture in front of it. Like, they were sold out. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And like I said, I heard Katt always takes care of his people.
He does. I mean, again, I've heard, we all hear things about different people, but a lot of times I'll be like, well, what you did?
Right.
Because people like, Tacarra's mean, and Tacarra did this, and this is my experience with Tacarra. And I'm like, well, ask them what they did. Because I'm not just mean to be mean.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm mean to you, you did some shit to me. I don't think anybody's just mean to be mean. If somebody comes up to me and say, Alejandro is this and this and that and this and that, well, what you did? People like to forget what they did to you that caused you to be that way.
Right.
What did you do that made AD be this way?
Mm-hmm.
Well, because of, that's why. That's why
Right.
you got that. You being an
Right.
asshole today. So my experience was good. I had a great time. He was sweet. He gave me $10,000 for my windows. I mean, because I had bought a new house and I was saying I needed windows, and it was my birthday, and he gave me a stack. I was like, here, put this towards your windows. I mean, I had a great time. I didn't have no.
I love that.
Yeah. I also kind of stay out the way too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the show wouldn't be over, I'd be gone.
Right.
They'd be like, where's the car at? They look on Instagram. Ah! On a table somewhere all the time in Kansas City. I just kind of stay out the way too. But it was good. It was good.
Since you are from New York, what is the biggest difference from being born and raised in New York and experiencing Los Angeles?
Being raised in New York and experiencing Los Angeles, the people are different. The pace is different.
Mm.
California is very laid back to me.
Okay.
I know some people don't think it is, but you coming from Alabama. LA is very laid back compared to New York.
Mm-hmm.
The scenery is different. The bang for your buck is different. The price range of things are the same, but what you get is different. In New York, you just get you got a 6th-floor walk-up. And you're paying $2,300, $3,000
Mm-hmm.
for a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom, 6th-floor walk-up. But in LA, you paying $2,300, $3,000. You getting parking. You got a laundry room.
Right.
You got a pool. So the amenities are different. But most importantly to me, just it's just slower.
Okay.
It's very slow paced.
So New York moves a lot faster.
Yes.
Okay.
When I first moved out here, I was online waiting to buy something for my daughter, and the cashier was talking to everybody. She's like, "Oh my God, how's your daughter doing? She's doing great. Wow. She's in the 6th grade. That's great." And everybody was in line just waiting for their turn. "How are you doing today, Alejandro? Oh my God, Alejandro, oh my God, really? How was that? How did that go? Do you want to see this in purple?" They have it in purple. You don't want to see it in purple? You should see it. I'm just going to get you the purple and you let me know what you think. And I'm sitting there like, "Hurry the fuck up." And then when it became my turn, she's like, "Are you new here?" I was like, "Yeah, I tried to be mean." I was like, "Yeah, I'm new here. I'm just trying to pay for this." "Oh, okay. Did you see this in green?" I was like, "No, I didn't see it in green." She brings the green. "Oh my God, the green is cute." I didn't even know they had it in green. She's like, "Girl, you got to get the green. The green is so good. What's your daughter's favorite color?" I'm like, "Purple." "Girl, why'd you get the pink? We have purple." "I'm going to get purple for you." I think you should get the purple and the green and the pink if you want to, because it's just really cute. And she's a teenager and she's going to like fluctuate between the 3. And I'm like, "Oh my God, I didn't even think about that." Like, I'm now sitting here wasting time.
Right.
But at first, oh my God, I hated it. Hurry up. The drive-thru, hurry up. You don't know what you want to order? I can hear you at the drive-thru. "Let me get I think I'll have, chill. Is it chicken nuggets?" Hurry up.
Got you.
Hurry up. I'm going to throw this water at you. Hurry up. I didn't have patience when I first moved here. It's really slow. And then the scenery here is beautiful. You got palm trees. You got beaches. For most part, the streets are clean.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't have rats. Y'all
Yeah.
do, but not like
Yeah.
they climb in your shirt. You never seen that on the train?
Uh-uh.
You never seen the train?
I never. I tried to get on the subway thing.
Mhm.
It was so hot down there.
It's not hot on the train. When you get on the train, it's air.
Okay. But when I
waiting-
was waiting,
Mhm.
I was just like, I had just did Breakfast Club. So I was just like, you know what?
You know what? No.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not finna do this.
Yeah, I'm not doing
But you get
this.
used to it.
It's easy to get lost too.
I don't think so anymore. Not with the phones. It's not easy to get lost anymore.
Shit. Well, I got lost when I was there all the fucking time.
I can see you getting lost though.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good or bad, but I see you being
I'm a
like,
broken
where?
compass.
Okay.
I would say that.
Okay. I
Yeah.
can see you being like, where
And
am
they
I?
complain about the gas here, but if you factor in the tolls in New York,
Yeah.
it kind of evens out.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm.
Oh, that's good. I agree with that.
So you also you talked about Chocolate City a little bit.
Chocolate Sundays.
Yeah, Chocolate Sundays.
Okay.
Oh, that is Chocolate Sunday. I don't know I don't know what just happened there.
Strip club.
And
Chocolate
listen.
City is a strip club. I don't know what's on your mind, but Chocolate City is a strip club.
Right. So Chocolate Sundays, I love Chocolate Sundays. And I always love the fact that when I go, I don't know who's actually going to hit
That's
the stage.
the greatest part.
I went in there and, God, I hope I say his name right. He was from Living Color, Greer.
David Allen Greer.
Yeah.
David Allen
Come
Greer.
on, come on.
David Allen Greer. Let me tell you, I thought that this was about, I was like, it's no way this nigga funny.
Mhm.
That nigga was so goddamn funny.
Chocolate Sundays, they're so selective
Uh-huh.
with the comedians that they choose because they've been doing stand-up comedy for over 20 years. It's one of the hottest nights. I want to say it was in urban comedy, but now it's just in comedy in the
Right.
country. So they're very selective with who they choose because their audience is so broad now.
Right.
You know, people make jokes all the time. I thought this was Chocolate Sundays. Now it's Neapolitan Sundays, you
Right.
know, because it's so mixed. But it's always a good time. And you never know who you're going to drop in. You don't know who you're going to get. It's
Right.
just a surprise every time.
I love that part.
Mm-hmm.
I love that part because I've seen a lot. I've seen Kevin Hart up there
Mhm.
on stage, and I was like, damn, I didn't pay that much to be here tonight,
Mhm.
and now I'm getting this. And literally, like I said, when Greer was there, he literally did an hour and a half.
Oh, wow.
He went crazy,
Mm-hmm.
but he ripped that damn
He's
stage.
funny, yeah.
He was funny. He was funny. How's your experience? Was it hard to become a part of Chocolate Sunday?
I want to say, I think it was, because you got to get through first impressions.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I did first impressions twice. And then I got a call saying, hey, do you want to host first impressions from Pookie? And I was like, yeah. So I went up there and I hosted first impressions, first female host of First Impressions.
Mm-hmm.
First Impressions. And I did that. And it did great. And then I got a call back saying, hey, you want to host First Impressions again? And I was like, yeah. And the momentum picked up because it's the first female host of Chocolate Sundays. And back when this happened, it was either like really like almost pre-pandemic or post-pandemic. And everybody was talking about the Me Too movement and support of women and women's support. So when I started hosting Chocolate Sundays and they started advertising me as the first female host, of course, everybody's, the women, women are very supportive of each other to an extent. And they started to come out. And it went from me being a guest host to one of the hosts of First Impressions, which is the first portion of Chocolate Sundays.
Right.
And that's the portion where you have about 2 or 3 comedians that are performing on Chocolate Sundays for the very first time. And then it went from that to me being a host of the main show. I love it. It's a very humbling experience. A lot of projects and things like that have come from that because it's such a broad comedy night. You get everybody. I performed in front of Rihanna. I performed in front of I've done shows with Beyonce and Jay-Z sitting up in the balcony. We've had Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez, like anybody that you can think about comes to Chocolate Sundays. A lot of times they're hiding in the Raptors and they don't want anybody to know that they're there. So they'll tell us, don't mention their name. But then we'll also get an email like, John Legend is here. Shut up. Okay. Texting the DJ, can you play Ordinary People? How can we subtly say something? But it's been an amazing experience. I think I've gotten a lot of love and light from Chocolate Sundays. That's like my comedy family. That's where I can walk in there and everybody loves me. Everybody knows who I am. Everybody's like, Tacarra is here. They're so excited. Yeah, I love it. It's an experience. If you've never been to Chocolate Sundays, it's an experience. There's going to be some twerking. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be some good music, some funny comics. It's a good place to be.
And you've also done Apollo Theater.
I did do the Apollo years ago.
I know, but how did that feel being from New York?
I did it twice. I did it once when I was in high school.
Now, in high school?
I was singing.
Oh, okay.
I was singing in high school, and I thought I think I did really well. And I think somebody stood up to boo. And my grandmother said, "You better not." And he sat back down. And then, of course, years later, I did it again for comedy.
How did that go?
It's like a check off the bucket list.
Okay.
It's like, I did Apollo. Okay.
They didn't run you off the stage, did they?
No, I did great.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. My dad was like, "What is that dress you have on?" I was like, "It's because it had like see through a little bit." I don't like that. It's too late. They're already recorded and I'm done. But it was an experience to have. Apollo Theater, you from New York? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did everybody come out?
They did.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, they did. New York is like my, of course I'm from New York. It's like a top city. They don't play about me in New York. Like I do the City Winery, sell out shows, 4, 5, 6 shows, City Winery. They come out. They proud of me.
I love that.
Which I love. Like New York City, the Bronx, they're excited to see somebody that grew up. And I get so many DMs of like, man, I'm glad a girl from the Bronx made it out. I'm glad somebody from the Bronx is living a dream. You from the Bronx. You from McKinley Project. You from the hood. And look at you. So, I'm excited about that and super appreciative of all of you guys. I thank you so much.
How was it working with Bill Bellamy?
I didn't work with Bill Bellamy for too long. I just did a few shows with him, but he's really nice.
Okay.
Most of the people that I've worked with have been really nice. Most of the stand-up comedians that I've worked with who are veterans in the game have always panned out. It's Roy Wood Jr.
He funny.
That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah, I know what you he
Roy
funny.
Wood Jr. is probably one of the best people I've been on the road with.
Okay. And you said you did 6 years with him.
No.
Oh,
I did I didn't do 6 years with nobody.
Okay, maybe that was our last one. Was that our last one?
Yeah, I've never been on the road for 6 years with
I
anybody.
couldn't remember.
It wasn't me.
Okay, there you go.
But Roy Wood Jr. So I performed with Roy Wood Jr. for like maybe like a few shows, and he comes up to me and he says, "You can't do this." And I said, "What you mean?" He said, "You a headliner. You can't open for me. You're a headliner." And I said, "What?" And he said, "You're a headliner. Like you're great. I love you, but you're not gonna be doing this much more. You're a headliner. You need to be headlining." And I was like, "Roy, stop." Roy is get off of me, Roy. Stop it. You so crazy. And he was right.
Mm. So how does it feel to accomplish all that you have in comedy so far?
Ooh. People always ask me, why are you leaving Los Angeles?
That was my next question.
Yeah. Los Angeles has a way of making you feel like you're not good enough.
Mm.
For me, depending on the demographic of people that you're around, depending on the people that you hang out with, it has a way of making you feel like I still haven't done enough. And you know, I had a kid at 16, so I've always been on the move, getting things done, making sure bills are paid, because I had a kid at such a young age.
Right.
And sometimes I sit back and I'm like, well, when do I get to enjoy this? When am I not always on the hustle and bustle of figuring it out? You know, California will have you feeling like if you don't live in Porter Ranch or Calabasas, you're not doing good. That's where everybody live. Everybody live in Porter Ranch or Calabasas, and they paying $10,000 mortgages. Well, I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking nobody who does it. It's just, when do you get to chill? When do you get to sit back and enjoy your work? Because a $10,000 mortgage, that's a lot. And you constantly, I'm a mental person. You're constantly mentally thinking, what's next? What's next? What's next? What do I have to do next? How do I get to earn this? And I was just like, I don't want to do that for the rest of my life. So I do have a house out here that is paid for. I bought it 2 years ago, and I was fortunate enough to save to pay for it outright. And then I was just like, do I want to stay here? Because I did everything y'all said I'm supposed to do. I still don't feel fulfilled. I still don't feel like I've done everything. And then you get to a point in your life where you sit back and say, well, what do I want to do? What is some of the things that I always wanted to do? And I always wanted to buy a house in the country on some land and grow some vegetables, get an apple tree and a peach tree and a lemon tree. Like I wanted to do that since I was a kid. And I'm in a position now to do it. And that's what I did. I bought some land. I built a house on it. I'm waiting for them to deliver my trees. I can't do the garden because my thumb is red. It's not green. So I have somebody coming in September to help me build my garden and help me get my fruits and vegetables and stuff off the ground. And I want a white picket fence around my house. And that's what I want. But you'll lose sight of that out here.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not the same for everybody, especially men and women think differently. For me, I felt like I was losing sight of what the goal was, because there's always another goal and another goal. You can accomplish everything you wanted to accomplish, and you can sit down and still feel like you ain't did shit. And I got tired of feeling like that. Like everything that I had on my list that I said I was going to do, I did it. Why do I feel so empty? Why do I feel like I haven't done anything? And a lot of times it's because we are indirectly comparing ourselves to our peers.
Right.
And I got tired of it. So when people are like, you leaving California? Yes. For a healthier lifestyle, or for a slower lifestyle. People like Louisiana, why would you go there? Because it's slow. I live in the middle of nothing. I got land in the middle of, you got to take a private road to drive a mile plus to get to there's nothing there.
What
How
about
far are you?
groceries?
Huh?
Groceries. How far away is the grocery?
It's not that far. So it's a really small town. The supermarket is like 15 minutes away, but it's a really small supermarket. The gas station's really small. Everything's really small. To get to the major city is Shreveport.
Okay.
And then Natchitoches is 30 minutes away.
Did you sell the LA house?
No, I'm not going to sell that house.
Okay, so it's there.
Yeah.
So if you change your mind,
I'm not.
Yeah.
you're not changing
If
your
you
mind.
need somebody to look after the house,
I do. I'm not going to sell it. I think for me, when I first moved to California, I was married.
Okay.
And we were both doing stand-up comedy. We agreed to come here.
Mm-hmm.
And even though we got divorced after like 5 or 6 years, he passed away. So when I first moved here, that's who I moved here with. That's who my dream was with. That's what everything I thought I was going to do was with this person. Not only did we get divorced, but you died.
Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
now everywhere I look in California is this person. And then I have my daughter who looks just like him, looks just like her dad. And I'm like raising her without her dad. California's become, to an extent, traumatic for me. It's like, I don't want to be here no more. I feel like I put myself in a position to where I can work from anywhere. I'm in a position where I'm sought, people look for me. They want to book me. They want to do things with me. You can fly me out. And they do. I've been shown across the board that they fly people out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Dave Chappelle don't live out here. He lives in Ohio.
Right.
Katt Williams lives in Ohio. I don't have to live here. But again, it goes back to when I was a kid and I didn't know that there was better until I saw better. It's the same thing as an adult. I didn't know that there was anything outside of LA until I see outside of LA. I can see that you can live outside of Los Angeles and still be successful and still live a life, full of love. And, it was me seeing comedians who are multimillionaires living in the middle of nothing with farmland. You got a cow? Is that a goat?
Right.
Are those chickens? And you're a multimillionaire and that's the lifestyle that you chose? It took me seeing Katt Williams to say he owns almost 200 acres of land in Ohio. And he has horses and cows and cattle. And I'm like, you're one of the biggest comedians and that's the lifestyle that you chose? What am I doing here? I don't even like it here. I don't even talk to nobody like that. I don't even be outside. You saw me on Wednesday. I don't be outside.
Right.
I only came because my agent was there. I be in the house binging some show on Netflix, with my titties on no bra, just hanging all over the place. I be living my life. So as much as I love California and things like that, I'm just ready to go.
Got you.
Yeah. I love it here. I don't want anybody to think I don't love it here. I love it here. But this, and it's just not with LA. It's just social media in general. It'll have people who are doing great in life feel like they're not doing good enough. Like people are so tough on themselves nowadays. I didn't do good enough because she has a Benz. I'm like, you got a car that drives.
Right.
Well, she has a house that's 2 floors. But you have a house that you live in and the rent is easy to pay. Like, what are you complaining about? But some people have a hard time, and even I at some point had a hard time understanding real life versus social media. And that's the same time with real life versus entertainment. I love entertainment. I love what I do for a living, but I can also recognize when I'm not happy here and I just don't feel, happy here. And that's the same thing with somebody asked me on social media the other day, just like, well, on social media, we do this and I want to quit my job and do content. I said, girl, content is hard. You had one video that went viral. You gonna quit your job for one? You didn't even know what you did that made it go viral.
Right.
So you don't even know how to be consistent in that. And is this audience going to continue to support you if you continue to do that?
Right.
So you don't quit your job to do content. Now you're a content scavenger and you just looking for random things to grab at in hopes that you get views and likes to pay your bills. Because a lot of people just get caught up in this Hollywood lifestyle. Somebody was like, you bought a house and it's 1 story. Yeah, I built a 1-story house. Why didn't you get a house with a spiral staircase that goes up to the kitchen and then they got this grand living room with a pool in the basement? And because I got to walk up them stairs and I'm in my 40s. I'm not doing that. I'm not walking up no stairs to get to the place I'm supposed to sleep because then I got to walk down to go eat. I'm not doing none of that. But that's what we thought because that's the image that's created. I've learned I don't have to live up to that image. You create your own. And, I love LA, but, I'm going to see y'all.
I feel that sentiment. Every time I go outside, it feels like the anxiety I feel in LA kind of like dives down a little bit.
When you go outside of where?
LA.
Anywhere outside of LA?
Yeah, when I'm in, Denver, I visited.
When you in who?
Denver, Arizona.
You said it was a B at first, but then you put the V.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I
He
would
said
agree.
Denver. Right?
Yeah, I know he did say that.
And then he
I
said
heard that.
Denver. Okay.
Denver, Arizona.
Arizona. I love your accent.
Puerto Rico.
Because it's anxiousness. It's not just anxiousness in what you do for a living. Driving is anxious. You supposed to, it's a 10 minutes. You tell me it's 10 minutes, 25 minutes now. Now I'm anxious driving because I got to get here on time. It's when you get there, who's going to be there? Who's going to see me? It's just, I'm over it.
Are your kids going with you?
So I have 2 adult children.
Okay.
My son lives in Dallas.
Okay.
He's 25. My daughter's 21. She lives in New York. She was at college in New York, but she also has her own place in New York. And then my little one is 12.
Okay.
She's going.
Okay.
She was a little apprehensive at first, but then I told her I was going to get her a dog.
Oh, now, okay. I solved it.
It did.
I love it.
She's like, am I going to get a dog? And I'm like, yeah. Well, if we got to move to another city, if you're going to give me a dog, then I guess it's fine. Can I have whatever dog I want? I'm like, as long as it's not a dog that I can't kick if it barks at me. So my dog has to be like this big. It has to be like this big. I can figure that out.
Get hyperallergenic. So hyperallergenic doesn't shed.
I don't like animals
Okay.
at all. I don't care.
You go move it to the country.
I don't care what
and
animal
you
it is.
don't like animals.
I'll figure it out. It's worth trying.
Good for you.
Like I think it's worth trying. And I'm so excited. Like I'm ready to go.
I got you. I don't know if you're going to like it. You from New York and you lived in L.A.?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm worried.
I got ADHD. I think I'll be fine.
Yeah.
ADHD, I think I'll be perfectly.
You're going to get there for a year. You're going to be like, I'm about to shoot somebody.
I don't think
I got to get out of
there's
here.
nobody there to shoot. There's nobody around.
That's what's the scary thing.
It's one of the things where you have an opportunity to build your oasis.
No, I get you.
I get
everything that you're saying, I completely understand.
I need neighbors.
I don't
There's
know.
neighbors. They're like a mile down the road.
Damn.
Yeah. But a mile is what? A 5-minute drive?
You fall down
It's
the
not bad.
stairs.
It's okay.
How quickly can you get to a hospital?
15 minutes. Because it's a small town, but they have their hospital. They have their little DMV. It's really small.
Okay.
But then there's the major cities outside.
Are you going to be the mayor? Are
The
you going to
mayor?
become the mayor?
I mean, I am buying up some stuff. I don't know what y'all want to do with me. And again, I think it's because I come from major cities.
No, I know because
Yeah.
you know Dave Chappelle, he owns a majority of the property.
I know.
Yeah, he owns like the liquor store. He like, the town hall. Yeah, there you go. Okay, there you go. Buy it up.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think that for the only issue I'm having now, that I don't even have any issues now, it's bugs, right? But you get an exterminator, like I'm fine.
Okay.
And Louisiana doesn't have a boar problem.
Boar?
Yeah, boars.
The little pig,
Yeah.
Where?
In the South, I've heard that's like a
they running around like dogs.
yeah.
I'm in northern Louisiana.
Okay, I don't know. I just heard.
I think southern Louisiana is like New Orleans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
in northern. I'm like close to Shreveport. But boars?
Yeah, I never heard that one. That
Because
was new.
the missile when he lived in Louisiana, and we're talking about Charlie Kirk, he's had to kill boars.
That's just running around.
Yeah, boars run around like they're a epidemic,
Not where I live.
and the meat is bad too. Just letting you know.
All them people in the South, they got guns. I can't see that happening.
boars?
There's an
Yeah.
epidemic. They
I
spread.
feel like he lived on some land that had like boars that just didn't care, but
I'm just letting you know. Maybe you don't have boars.
I don't have boars. Boars with the little the tusk.
Yeah. In Dallas, there's in Texas, there's an epidemic of boars. And,
What part of Texas?
the country. So I'm just saying, Texas is near Louisiana.
Because that didn't give me nothing. You know what I'm saying? That didn't give me nothing. And I live close to Texas. I live 3 hours from Texas.
I'm just
But I
letting you know.
haven't heard any. And is that not on private land?
I'm just letting you know they're running
It's an
amok.
epidemic.
My neighbors have horses and cows
Got you.
and a few chickens running around. That's all I've seen.
Have you had an opportunity of meeting those neighbors?
I have.
Do they look like you?
No.
Is that scary?
No. So wait a minute. Some neighbors do look like me,
Okay, thank God.
but the neighbors behind me look like me.
Okay.
Okay.
But the neighbors on the sides of me, they don't look like me, but they're really sweet. They're
Okay.
really, one of the guys who's a retired teacher, he calls me and he's like, hey, I didn't want to bother you. I know that you're not here, but your weeds are growing up and I'm retired. I ain't got nothing to do. Do you mind if I go and pick your weeds and mow your lawn?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, no, I don't mind. Oh, thank you so much. 2 minutes later, the camera. Yeah. I'm like, oh, you been over there. You was over there when you called. Because it take you about a minute or two to drive.
Right.
You was on my land. You was on my property when you called me. Hey, you got some Amazon packages. They just put them on the steps. I hope you don't mind. I'm going ahead and put them in the front yard. And if I'm not here, you can just grab them. But ain't nobody going to steal them. Nobody's over here. But they there. And I just wanted to grab them for you. It might be important. So I love my neighbors.
Okay.
Yeah. They're really, really, really nice. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm so excited.
And you move when?
Next month.
Next
July,
month.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm
That's gonna
ready
be
to
it.
go.
I'm going to check on you.
Check on me.
I'm going to check on you. I'm going to be like, how you do? What's going on?
I feel like my comedy is going to change, of course.
Yeah, because there's a lot
New experiences.
experiences, environment.
But I'm just ready to go. You know, comedy out here is so cliquey. It's so I just don't feel.
But you conquered it.
I feel like I have, but
You-
you know, people don't understand how success comes with loneliness.
Oh no, it's lonely at the top.
You
for
can be
sure.
successful in something and be like, damn, I ain't got nobody that. Damn,
Everybody can't afford to do what you do.
I don't be doing nothing. I just want, you know what it is? Because I grew up in a household with so many people.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to be like, what y'all doing today? Nothing. Y'all want to come over and I put food on the grill? Y'all want to watch TV? That's what I like to do.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just sit in the house and watch TV and do nothing. I got a Ninja margarita machine. You want a margarita?
Right.
I can make a smoked old fashioned, which I want to do. I don't want to do nothing. But that makes it even more difficult is that you don't have nobody to do nothing with. I'm ready to
Now,
go.
how's that going? Okay, now you move into the country. Now, since we're talking about something, when you move into the country, I take it, are you single?
No.
Oh, you know, okay, but then we good. Okay, I was like, how you gonna meet somebody over there in the country?
Because you can still meet some people. My sister's moving with me, my little sister. Not
Okay.
with me. She's not going to live with me. She has her own place. That's like 5 minutes from my house.
Okay.
So she's coming out. I am married. I left my ring. I was so excited to go to this brunch. I left my ring, but I am married.
Okay.
He's not coming out for a few months because his job has to transfer him.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'm not gonna be by myself.
Okay, good.
Okay,
that's what. Yeah, that's what I was like.
okay.
I don't think I
She
would
know
go
how to
if I was
shoot
by
a
myself. I
gun.
do.
Yeah, I was like,
Yes, I do
okay.
know how to shoot a gun.
I was like, what's going on? Why are we thinking this way?
You know what? When people think city person, they just think like the trains and like I'm
No.
able to do things.
Yeah,
I'll
but
be
when I
okay.
think city person, well, yeah, I think we can't do nothing.
I can do all the things. I changed my
Like
life.
we not milking the cow.
I can change
We
my
not gonna
cars.
do the gardening.
I am gonna do the gardening.
You gonna do the so you gonna do the lawn too?
Yes, I absolutely.
You doing the lawn?
I bought a riding lawnmower. I'm so excited. I got a cup holder for my margarita. Oh my God, I'm finna have a time. I'm finna have a time. Them things cost the amount of cars.
Yeah.
A riding lawnmower is like $4,000, $5,000.
That's crazy.
I got one, but god damn, I'm gonna have a time. I am going to check up on me.
I am.
Check up on me.
I
I'm
am.
like, what you doing?
I'm
Hold on. I'm
About
gonna
2
have a time.
months. Yeah, I'm gonna let you get about 2-3 months in there, and I'm gonna be like, "How you doing?"
I think because I want it, and when you grow up in certain situations, you learn to adapt.
Mm-hmm.
I can adapt to anything. The way I grew up, I can adapt to anything. I'll be fine.
Okay.
When people ask me that, they're like, "You moved from the country. What about the bugs?" I've lived in gunshots. Like I'm fine with a centipede. Like I'm fine. What about the field mice? Where I live now in the mountains, there's field mice. There's coyotes. We have snakes. I live there already. I'm fine. I'll be
Your
fine.
mice is tough though.
I'll be fine. I got an exterminator. I don't play.
Okay.
Every 2 weeks, hey, traps, do it, done. I don't play.
Now, the one thing that we want to ask you,
Mhm.
and since you've been so successful in comedy, what was the most? Yeah. You just say you can live anywhere, and they're gonna fly you out. So we doing well.
Okay.
We doing well. So now the one thing that we tend to ask people is that what was the moment and how did it feel? And maybe you can describe it for us. Is when you looked up and was like, I'm doing that shit.
I think that I honestly feel like I have those moments often. I feel like every few years I have that moment
Mm-hmm.
because the dream changes, the goal changes. I just had that moment yesterday. I'm talking to my oldest daughter. She's 21 and she's in New York, and my youngest daughter's in New York as well. And she got her own place, and she's being big sister, and she got a little sister with her. And they sending me video footage, and they walking down the street, and they holding hands, and they doing TikToks, and I'm like, what y'all doing tonight? We're gonna make some popcorn. I'm gonna teach you how to make some chicken soup, and we just gonna sit in the house and watch TV. I made it.
Right.
When my youngest daughter calls me on a Wednesday, and I ask her what she's doing, and she's at a spa on Governor's Island with no money in her pocket, like,
Right.
like I made it. I don't think me feeling like I made it has anything to do with comedy.
Mm.
The moments where I feel like I made it is me looking back at my kids. It's me being able to take in my parents. Like my mom calls me for anything. I fly to New York and my kids have to hug my dad and sneak money in his pocket. And he'll call me and be like, all of these $100 bills, what I'm supposed to do with this? Whatever you want.
Right.
Whatever you need to. Same thing with my mom. Of course, it relates to comedy. but it's not direct. Like people like, I feel like I made it when I filmed my first comedy special, and I feel like I made it with my family.
I love it.
You know, when I'm talking to my daughter and we paying for college out of pocket. And she, you know, when I felt like I made it when she was shopping for places. She said, so I found a few places. I said, did you? Yeah. So I found a few places. Let me tell you, my first one was like my first place that I found or whatever. Like the rent is not even crazy. It's like for $5,100 a month. I got a doorman. I said, excuse me? 51 who? Yeah, like you're my father. Like y'all gonna pay for whatever. Like it's not even that much. Like $5,100 a month. I got a doorman because y'all want me to be safe, right? Like y'all don't want me to be safe. Like I'm 21. Like y'all want me to be safe. I'm like, yeah, we want you to be safe. Yeah. So yeah, like $5,100 a month. It's not even that bad. And then like the electricity come with it or whatever. And then you will still give my stipend and people college and stuff like that. So I feel like this is a good deal. I call her dad. I'm like, oh, we doing good, huh? We got to be doing good. If this is because the lifestyle that a lot of us, you know, you grew up in South Central for a little bit. The lifestyle that we never imagined for ourselves, our kids are living.
Right.
Do you have kids?
No.
Oh, don't. The lifestyle. Don't do it if you don't have to. Do you have kids? God, don't do it. Oh my God. We're going to turn this to a whole other conversation. Don't do it. But the lifestyle that a lot of us have, at least parents have dreamt for ourselves, our kids are living it. And they're comfortably and confidently living it because of you. Right. I made it then.
The one thing that I identified with is sharing this with your family. Like taking your mother to eat, taking your mother to Mastro's. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing like, you know, doing something really, really special for your family.
And it's so cute. That's all right. I could pay for it. Shut up.
Yeah.
You know damn well you ain't finna come out that pocket. Put your purse back. Ain't even no money in there. You didn't even bring a wallet. You ain't even got nothing in your hand. What you pulling out, mom? You didn't even got no ID.
There you go.
Sit down. Yeah, watching your family like I pay my niece's tuition for college.
Wow.
She goes to NYU. She got a scholarship, but you know, there's still a small portion that they have to pay.
Right.
And it equals up to like maybe like $1,500 a month. I pay it. And my sister's always like, thank you so much. I don't know whatever. I can help out. No, don't help. She did the work. She did everything she was supposed to do. She got the scholarship. She's not going to not go.
Right.
Because that changes the dynamic of our family. She has to go. So it's moments like that where I'm like, I did good. I'm doing good.
I love it.
And I'm not saying that to jump on anybody. I love y'all. But I'm saying it because that's a moment where I sit back and be like, damn, I'm doing good. It's not the shoes or the designer clothes or the cars. It's the fact that I can help my family out in times of need. And my kids are living a lifestyle where they just, you know, their goal is to make sure that they provide this for their kids, you know? That I feel I'll be sitting back like, okay, because sometimes I'm hard on myself. And I'll be like, girl, shut up. Shut your pole-headed ass up. You doing good. Yeah, shut your raggedy ass up. You doing good, friend. And those are the moments.
I love it.
When was yours? Yeah, y'all love to throw questions. Y'all love to throw us some questions.
Man, you know what? That's crazy. For me, my big moment. So you probably don't know this, but I did 40 episodes on Steve Harvey TV show. I did all the weight loss transformations.
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I did my homework.
Okay, my bad. So yeah, when I went on that show for the very first time, it felt so good. It felt so good. It felt so good to sit next to Steve and talk to Steve and get his wisdom and learn from him. And because I was always, because I did so many episodes, I was always like, nigga, why you so comfortable up here? I'm up here dying and sweating. And he was just
used to it.
Yeah. He was just like, man, I ain't worried about this.
And then you sit back and be like, this is my regular life.
Right.
Like I had somebody say something to me one day. They said, this is what they said. They said, you got all those designer bags and I'll never see you in the store. I said, because when you do it every day, why would I got to post every day?
Right.
I got to post every day that I'm at the Louis Vuitton store. I got to post every day that I'm buying luxury stuff. And she said it like as an insult. And when I commented back, it was crickets. And somebody said, God damn. I said, because when you have a certain lifestyle, it's just your lifestyle. I don't have to post videos of me walking into the Louis Vuitton store, talking to the CA, trying on different bags in the mirror, then trying on different shoes in the mirror, then show my bag when I walk up. I don't have to do that. I do that all the time.
Yeah, I know. That people don't understand.
I don't have time to do that.
Right.
I don't even want to be in there. Can you mail it to me?
That's your first time.
Thank you. I'm not doing that. But they try to minimize your experience because you don't post it. I don't have to post things that I buy, and I don't have to prove to you that it's, well, how do we know it's real? Well, who the fuck are you? I don't even know you, lady. Like, why would I? That's when I'd be like, damn, I did good.
Right.
My husband would be like, where we going today? I'm like, oh, I'm just going into the Nordstrom to return something. And I go return something, and I walk out, and he'd be like, are those Fendi shoes? And I'm like, yeah. Tacarra. And I'm like, I needed them in my life. It's not taken away from anything. Like, it's like it like when we have this conversation, like it's not taken away from anything. Everything's. I think that I have anxiety when it comes to finances because I grew up so poor.
Yeah.
So there's money that I don't even touch.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure you can relate to that. And you can relate. There's money in accounts that don't even get touched.
Right.
Because there's a fear of what if I don't have it? So growing up poor, like we was poor.
No, I get it.
Like people used to donate. The bully's mom, the girl who bullied us, mom used to donate clothes to us.
Talk about it.
And we had to wear those clothes to school. Sharana knew we had on her pants.
Damn.
She knew we got bullied for what? Well, you talking all? Well, because somebody got on my pants today. Somebody walking around in my old jeans today. Like we were poor. My mom used to send. It's literally the epitome of rap songs. My mom used to send us with little pieces of paper to the neighbors. Like, we weren't allowed to read it, so we never knew what it said. They should just give us food, and I'm gonna go downstairs with food. And then one day I read it, and it was just like, I'm low on, money. If you could spare some extra meat, chicken, whatever, I would appreciate it. I'll pay you back in 2 weeks. That's how we lived. Sometimes we didn't have no meat. My mother was the queen of a broth over white rice with veggies. That's how we grew up. So I over appreciate everything.
Right. It's so funny you talk about meals. When I was growing up, the meal that I enjoyed the most when my mom used to make these red beans and rice and cornbread. And the reason why I loved it the most is because that was the one time that I could have more. I could have extra. I could actually be full.
That's a word.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy. That was my favorite meal. Every time I was like, wow, I can have a second plate. Because it was 4 of us.
Where do you fall in line?
I was the oldest.
Oh, you're the oldest.
Yeah.
How old is the baby?
Oldest the baby? She is about 4 or 5 years younger than me.
How old is she right now?
How old is she right now? Glory, like mid-40s.
Oh, you old as hell.
Yeah.
God damn. Okay. Wow. Okay. You don't look at me. For you to be damn near pushing 50, you don't look it. Yeah, look at us. Okay, so you're the oldest of 4. The oldest, damn. The oldest be having it hard.
No, the oldest, you know what the oldest got to do?
What?
I fight all the fights.
Yeah.
Every last one of them.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, who outside today?
Yeah. Huh?
All right, I'll be out there.
And then the middle one will tell you how to fight the fight.
Give me a minute.
Yeah.
I fought every single fight.
Are you the only boy?
No, I had another brother. He could fight too.
Oh, wow.
But I had his fights. I was like, you sit this one out.
You don't even fight like that. I'm the oldest.
Yeah, I got this.
You?
I'm the youngest.
Oh, okay. Wow.
See, he had the easy
Of how
life.
many?
That's the cushion.
Of 4.
Wow.
That's the cushion.
Yeah, you spoiled. You know what my kids tell me all the time? My youngest, her name is Chris. So my oldest son is Chase, then Casey, then Chris. And they always tell me, Chris gets a different mom. And I say, she's going to get a different mom.
Listen, it's so true.
And they say, that's not fair. How come you're so much calmer and you're so much this? And I say, I'm also a different person.
Right.
I'm not the same mom I was when I raised you at 16. I'm not the same mom I was when I had you at 21. I had Chris when I was like in my 30s. So yes, I'm going to be a different mom to her. I'm different.
It's so funny you say that because now I'm thinking about when I see my mother as a grandparent and I be watching her. I'll be like, she let you do that? I was like, that nigga was crazy when I was growing up.
Because I'm a grandma. My grandson said, Grandma Tacarra, can we have some McDonald's? I said, yes, we can. My son. You just gonna give him McDonald's? I said, yeah. He talking under his breath. I remember you ain't had no McDonald's money. I said, we got all that money now. We got McDonald's money, Wendy's money, Jack in the Box money, Taco Bell money, Sizzler money, Lobster money.
Right.
We got all the monies now.
Right.
That's crazy because I remember when you didn't do that. Was 20
Yeah.
years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Grow up.
Yeah, let me tell you something.
You getting all
McDonald's, my parents didn't even take me to McDonald's. That was too expensive.
We shared McDonald's.
Shoot.
They used to, when they had the 4-piece nugget, my parents would buy the 4-piece nugget, and I would get 2 nuggets and some fries, and my sister would get 2 nuggets and some fries, and we would share the drink.
We couldn't afford a McDonald's.
So they would buy 4 meals. We would get it like once every 4 or 5 months.
Right.
And we would sit in McDonald's and eat our 2 nuggets and eat our fries. And a lot of times the people who worked there, they would always give my mom extra because she had 8 kids.
Right.
And that was our play date for the day. Was the McDonald's Playhouse and our nuggets and fries. We was down bad.
Yeah.
But now,
you talking that shit now.
the parents are spoiled now. I don't know if you ever had your parent ask you for something and you be like, whoa.
My mother still won't let me buy her nothing. I be like, what do you want? Just tell me what you want. I
My
don't
dad
care.
won't let me buy him nothing, but my mom, so they have these Skechers sneakers. I said, okay, I really want them. I said, okay, can you give me the Skechers sneakers? I flew all the way to New York. I was touring on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I flew to New York. I go to the Skechers store. And I said, Mommy, they have the Skechers sneakers. I'm going to get them for you. They have buy one, get one half off on Skechers.
Right.
So I said, you can get another pair. I could get another pair? I said, yeah. I didn't even look at any other ones. Hold on. So she looking, give me the leopard ones. I said, excuse you? Yeah, give me the leopard ones. I said, you want leopard sneakers? Yeah, and it was the ones with no shoestring. You just put your foot in and it just go in.
Right.
Necklaces, iPads,
Right.
TVs, car stuff. My mom do not hesitate to ask me for nothing.
I wish my mom asked me for something.
For
She won't ask me for nothing. I gotta force her.
My dad don't ask me for nothing.
Yeah. My dad don't either.
I just buy him stuff. Because he's a musician. My dad is a musician. I'll be like, I'll send him an amp. He'll talk about an amp, and he'll be like, oh, amp just showed up on my goddamn door. I'll be like, yeah, I'm opening up my door, motherfucking amp out here. Did you try it? Yeah, I don't know who amp this is, but it say my name on it. Listen, hold on. Down. He started playing.
Awesome.
So, yeah, I buy amp, guitars, a mattress. I just give him money sometimes. He'll call me and be like, you see this new mattress I got? I say, yeah. Guess who bought that motherfucker? I'm like, who? You did? So I love that. Yeah.
Are you having fun? Are you enjoying life?
I am now. I wasn't for a while.
The way you smile, I can tell you're enjoying it. I'm
Yeah.
happy for you.
Thank you. There was a few years where I just was having a hard time. I didn't enjoy comedy. I didn't enjoy life. When my first ex-husband passed away, we share a child, and I was going through it so badly that I sent her to live with his parents. And she lived with them for 2 years. She's with me now. Gosh, you get on my nerves. She's with me now, but it was my first time living by myself. And I never lived by myself before. And I learned so much about myself. So much about just what I like, who I am, how, if I'm clean or not. Do I take baths when ain't nobody looking? It was crazy. And it also taught my daughter was living by herself at the same time. And she called me and she was like, girl. And I said, what? Let me ask you a question. And I said, what? So like right now, like in your kitchen, is there dishes in the sink? And I was like, no, there's no dishes in your sink. I said, no, there's no dishes in the sink. Okay. Cool. Like your silverware, like where's all your forks and your spoons? I was like, in a drawer? She's like, all your forks and your spoons in the drawer right now. I was like, yeah. And you ain't got no dishes in the sink? And I was like, no. She said, it's me? I'm the problem? I said, why you say that? She said, girl, I got a roommate right now, and I feel like you. Like, I be coming home from work, there's dishes in the sink, ain't no forks and no spoons. I'm like, oh my God, how do people live like this? But that was me. I said, that was you. She used to come out her bedroom with a bucket full of dishes.
Wow.
She had the air fryer in there one day. I'm like, why is there an air fryer? She had to be like a senior in high school. I'm like, why do you have an air fryer? She ordered an air fryer off Amazon, told no one. And I just would smell food upstairs. I'm like, who making fries? And I'm thinking she just ordered like takeout. This motherfucker had an air fryer in her. You know how wild you gotta be to have an air fryer in your bedroom? She had an air fryer in her bedroom.
Wow.
All the dishes, all the forks and the spoons and the cups in her bedroom. When I would yell and scream, where the F is my dishes at, she would come down with a tub of dishes. And she won't say nothing. She'll just put them in the dishwasher and walk away.
Mm.
You ain't got no kids.
Don't do it.
Not at this age.
Nah, I still do.
You still want kids?
Yeah, I just want one. My whole thing
You
is...
can't have one. You got to have two.
See, I ain't doing two.
The one going to be lonely.
He gonna be all right.
And you going to want them to have somebody to play with because you know what's going to happen?
I don't.
They going to want to play with you.
They can play with me.
You say that now. You saying that now, you be like, I can't wait till my kid walk. And then when they be walking, you be like, God damn, sit down. I can't wait till my baby talk. And when they start talking, you be like, God, shut up. You going to want them to want somebody to play with. I mean, you know, I'm just joking when I say this. Have a kid, you know.
Okay.
I think if I could do it over, I would have my kids now.
Okay. Alejandro, you plan on having children?
Yeah, in the next 10 years.
1 or 2?
2 or 3.
Ooh.
Ew.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
You have
crazy.
3.
I do an ill. I'm illing right now. That little one, the last one, wasn't supposed to be here. She came out of nowhere.
Mm.
She came out of nowhere. She was not planned. She just showed up one day at the door.
Mm.
Yeah. But yeah, have them, you know. I think you guys are in positions in your lives where you're making the best decisions that you can.
Mm-hmm.
Choose a partner very wisely.
God.
Choose a partner where even if things don't work out, you know that they're still going to be a good person.
Ideally, I want, like, you know, in a scenario where the woman gives birth, gives me the kid, and then
You don't want
I wouldn't mind that.
that. What if it's a girl?
No, I don't want that.
Ooh, yeah, periods. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. What if
I wouldn't want. I just want a boy.
Stepmom.
I just want a little boy.
She has a stepmom.
But why not stay with the woman?
She has too much say.
She's
The
too much-
stepmom, I'll
She
rank
has
her.
too much
Must say
say?
that was crazy.
I'm about to throw this whole mouth mic at you. You know what? People be wishing that people would say less until you're left responsible for everything. And then you sit there and be like, can somebody else help me make these decisions? Because I am mentally exhausted. The beginning of it is great, but then they start talking and then they start coming into themselves and then they start questioning your authority.
Ooh.
And then they start asking you questions and you be like, I remember I used to Google jail time. I used to Google the jail time with my daughter. I'm like, I'm going to bust her shit open today because she was so mean. My daughter taught me that women are crazy. She taught me that.
All you had to do was ask me.
She has no reason to, for me, she has no reason to be so mad. She'll be mad because you're happy.
Mm.
You see that smile? That'll piss her off. So like, I just come downstairs to get breakfast. Like, what you happy for? You be like, what? They're great. The girls are crazy. And you get to a point in the teenage years when you're just like, help me. Anybody. Stranger in the street. Young man, somebody help me. So this idea of I just want to have a kid and I want the mother to go away, I promise you. Just that's why I said pick a good partner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
People don't think so, but I don't know. It's hard though because people change. You know, one minute you think you got somebody great, and then the next minute you like, bitch, I'm finna kill you.
Right.
I'm gonna choke your ass out right now. So it's hard because people change. Your friends are your friends until you enter into a relationship, and then it changes. That dynamic just changes, and now it's personal, and emotions are involved, and now there's a kid, and you know, I've done it.
Right.
You know, twice. I've been there before. So.
But since you are a comedian, this probably be our last question of the
Okay.
day is, what did you think of the Kevin Hart roast?
I hate you for asking me this.
Oh, my bad.
No, it's okay. The Kevin Hart roast, I think that there is, I was offended. I think that there are natural boundaries that shouldn't be crossed.
Mm-hmm.
I would like more people to have spoken up about it that were there. I think when you are, and some people say, you know, that's not the integrity or, you know, that's just not how roasts work. When you do a roast, you roast everybody on the panel, which is understandable to an extent. But then there were people that weren't on the panel that were roasted.
Mm-hmm.
There were people that are dead, that are no longer here, that were roasted.
That's true.
And I don't get that part of it. And I don't get why there wasn't more outrage from the people who were there, because I would have never gotten invited to that. I'm too opinionated. I'm too open-minded. I like to talk. I would have said, man, fuck you. Fuck out of here with that shit on live TV and stormed off, because the joke wasn't funny with the, what's the gentleman's name who was murdered?
George Floyd?
George Floyd. The George Floyd joke just wasn't funny to me. I understand that there's that comedy is subjective. And I understand that what I think is funny may not be what you think is funny, may not be what you think is funny. But I also know that there's a line that shouldn't be crossed. And any jokes that were racial, it continues to feed into this narrative of just racism to me. And we keep overlooking it and excusing it as other things. It's just comedy. It's just jokes. Is it?
Mm.
Who wrote this? Who approved this? These had to be approved. I've written for TV before.
Right.
This has to be approved. Who approved of this joke? And then I watched people on there say, well, I went through all the jokes and I thought they were fine. Did you? And if you did you really? And if you didn't really, then who are you afraid of?
Okay.
You know, like,
Right.
it's just distasteful to me. You know, Kevin Hart is short. You know, he's cheated multiple times. He's done so many effed up things in this business. There's so much material for you.
Mm-hmm.
And you brought in a man who died in vain crying for his mom? And y'all approved that? I didn't like it. And then y'all went off on Cheryl Underwood and called her masculine and Wesley Snipes and chocolate, and for what?
Yeah, I think Black
didn't
people's
like it.
approach is a little different, because Black people, we know at certain levels, it's an ass whooping behind that.
Mm-hmm.
And we know he's like, can't cross that line. That's an ass whooping line.
But that's because we've gotten our asses whooped.
Right.
You know, for generations, we've gotten our asses whooped for crossing lines. They haven't.
And that's the thing.
And they're going to continue to do it because ain't nobody whooping ass.
Right.
That's like the saying of, people don't get smacked no more.
Mm-hmm.
People act out the way they do because ain't nobody punching nobody in the face no more.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been able to attend that roast. They would have been outburst after outburst to the point where somebody would be like, man, you need to leave.
Right.
Because why is nobody saying anything? This is complete. And even as comedians who are, you know, if I can say, even comedians who are white comedians, why do you even feel comfortable saying this?
Mm-hmm.
What part of you stops and says, I'm not saying that? That's offensive. I have peers who are Black who would find offense to this. I absolutely not. Because you can say no too. Absolutely not. I'm not going to say any joke about George Floyd. That's offensive. My
Right.
comedian comrades are Black. My co-host is Black on my own podcast. I'm not saying that. And you said it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
When you had a choice not to. That speaks volumes. So the roast was the roast.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch it because it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. When I saw who the roasters were,
Mm-hmm.
it was exactly what I thought it was going to be, and I would rather not.
Got it.
Yeah. But roast on. You know, just, you know, sometimes depending on who you're in front of, watch your fucking mouth. Because I wouldn't have sat through that. I just, you know, Lunel said it. Lunel said I wouldn't have been able to sit through that.
Right.
It's offensive. Y'all calling Cheryl Underwood names to her face?
She was funny though. Cheryl,
She was funny.
She was hysterical.
And she said it there. I rewrote a lot of the stuff that I was going to do as the show was going based on what they were saying to me. Because I'm like, oh, that's what we doing today? Okay, that's what we doing. Oh, we want to talk about mothers. Like,
Right.
now I have to change the dynamic of what I was going to talk about because y'all didn't even roast Kevin Hart as much as y'all roast Cheryl
Right.
Underwood. And y'all just taking shots at what, a Black woman?
Right.
People always ask me, for your birthday, you doing a roast? Hell no, I'm not doing a roast. Why? Because I smack the shit out of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. I could never be on a thing and y'all we doing a roast and y'all talking about my kids, bitch. Oh, hell no. Hell, that South Bronx jump out of me so fast. Hell, I'm going to jail. Hell no. And then y'all talking about other people who died and people in slavery. Because if you were a slave, you would be this kind of thing. You'd be the slave that's in the house. Now look who crying.
Right.
Look who getting choked out like Bart Simpson. Look what's happening now. I could never do it. I thought the roast was exactly what I thought it was going to be.
Mm.
It was, and it took Chelsea Handler, a white woman, to come on there and advocate for us after the fact.
She didn't enjoy it.
She didn't. She was offended.
Right.
That's crazy to me. And then even in the interviews to follow, they still didn't see anything wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was just a joke. It's just a George Floyd joke. I just didn't think anything was wrong with it. That's the problem, that you didn't think nothing's wrong with it. Ain't nobody slapped you enough. I didn't like it. From what I saw.
Right.
I
didn't enjoy it.
No.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
But the one thing I want to say is thank you for showing up today. It was awesome.
And I went to brunch today with some friends. I just stopped having a brunch. I was like, no more mimosas. So I have to go be responsible for this podcast. But I'm going to see the Roots tonight.
The Roots?
They're at the Hollywood Bowl.
Okay.
It's the Roots, T.I., I think Lauryn
Hill is showing up?
I don't know who else going to be there. It's a couple of people there.
Okay.
I'm going tonight, yeah.
I didn't know.
Alejandro, yeah. Alejandro. Yeah.
Keep the mimosas going.
No, I can't have mimosas at the Hollywood Bowl.
Keep the party. You can bring your own drinks.
Can you?
Hollywood Bowl?
No,
yeah.
you can't.
Yeah. From my experience, you can bring your own picnic to that motherfucker.
But not liquor.
Not liquor?
No.
How do they know if it's liquor?
Because it has a name on the liquor.
No, but what if you have a canister?
They don't let you bring my friend.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
Yeah, they don't let you bring no liquor. My friend bought liquor last year and they made her throw it away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't you just drink it in the car?
You can bring food because of dietary restrictions, but you can't bring alcohol.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm alcoholic. I've tried. You know what I'm saying? They'll let
you just have to put bring grapes, inject them with alcohol.
That's gummy bears. You got to do that with your gummy bears.
Okay.
You got to soak gummy Coca-Cola bottles in Jack Daniels.
Okay. I ain't heard of this one.
So you take gummy Coca-Cola bottles, the little gummies, you sit them in a plastic bin. You pour some Jack Daniels in it right above where they stop. You close it. You put it in the fridge. It soaks up the Jack Daniels, and then you just eat them.
And you can get drunk that way?
You get toe up that way.
I ain't never heard of that. That's crazy.
I'll make you some.
Do it.
Regular gummy bears, you can soak them in a flavored vodka.
Uh-huh.
Put them in the fridge, flavored vodka soaked. Pull them out, you just pop them.
Wow.
You be toe up. You be sitting there like, I only have 4. Holding on to the edge of the table, the room spinning. You trying to figure out what's going on with your life. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I had a good time.